If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
All right, all right. This is for the pedestrians. We get about 30 minutes to an hour for pedestrians. Our art new style will be starting in about 30 minutes or so. He usually plays music, so about 7:30, and we'll wander over there, give or take. So I didn't do a AMA for my regular channel, so I decided to do the AMA over here. Answer some questions, and this is probably where most of the questions should come from, is because this is where disagreements I thought do come from. But uh, I'm noticing in this sector with this particular group of people, it's more about emotions than it is about facts or thoughts or anything else like that. Okay. Um, One thing I'm curious about, right? Because I'm looking, when I'm over on this channel, I get notifications from the other channels don't normally look at, like Truism, right? Is doing a review of Pearly Things, a watch party of Pearly Things, of Pearl, right? And I'm flabbergasted about why the black people, the black men of the black manosphere, some people have, or black manosphere haters have this obsession with Pearl. Okay? Pearl comes out of the white manosphere. She's a white woman. Um, Her staff is basically non-ADOS British people. Okay? Like Caribbean, maybe, but mostly Africans. Okay? They're not ADOS people. Most of the people she interviewed, even though they're black and they're British, they're mostly non-ADOS people. And now that she's back in the States in Chicago, most of the people she interviews are white. I don't get why Pearly thinks it's such a topic in these spaces. She has nothing to do with us. Okay, even the black person, the even the black person that she's most aligned with, which is Donovan Sharp. Okay, Donovan Sharp is in the white manosphere. Okay, they're not part of us, so I don't get why she's so important. Say, I'm listening. Is in the house. May's in the house. Okay, Craig, Waffle House King Lavaris. Okay, I'm here for the McRib. Okay, Ricky, what's going on? Black Toxic, Adric, what's going on? Prince, Sam C, what's happening? I wonder if BGS gonna cover Venezuela and India behind the wall this weekend. Nope, we're actually talking about white supremacy. Okay, India, Venezuela, we've covered before. Um, Venezuela has been, they've been going back and forth for like since I've been covering, the last 25 years. They've been going back and forth. The reason Venezuela is important is because Venezuela has the largest documented largest documented oil reserves. Okay, but the thing is that with their oil reserves, they're made out of heavy crude. Okay, which takes special refineries. Um, so they would be the Saudi Arabia of Latin America, which is why the United States is so involved with them. But they've been going back and forth, and what's going on between Trump and Venezuela, hasn't really gone any place yet because they've been going back and forth for so long. I don't know why people are interested in them now, because they weren't interested in them when Biden was going back and forth with them. So why now? Unless they put boots on the ground, which I doubt they will. Kyle, what's going on? Big Trick. I was about an hour behind the last video. It was dope, and I agree. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Basically, I don't know why people didn't get that. Yeah, it is pretty much. It is over. Okay, and all your experts. Okay, your old experts, your old heads, your old uh, uh, the old international politicians, your old American uh, folks here are saying the exact same thing. It's over. But I knew it was over years ago. I remember when the Last time I mentioned Pearl, they claim that we worship her somehow. I've never seen that. I don't. Uh, she is a tool, but so is Fuente, so is Trump, so is a whole bunch of other people that are tools. Okay, she is a tool. I use a lot of people that are tools. That 25-year-old unmarried single white woman was supposed to save modern manhood. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. And to the dust we shall return. I think they use Pearl to troll black women or for some twisted sense of validation for their brand of black men. I have no clue, but I'm still flabbergasted. But Pearl comes up, okay? So flabbergasted. But the thing is, Candace Owens is probably a bigger coon and a bigger tool than Pearl is, okay? But nobody even talks about Candace Owens is married to a white man. Why is that? AB Media, let's make it out. The tool we haven't talked about in over a year. Coons love Pearl. They think she is beautiful version of what? No, they don't. Coons don't like Pearl at all. Coons like Candace Owens. I try to listen to Marcus and them SB cats, but they distilled the conversation too narrow for the black man. I don't understand. Nobody has ever given me a definition of really what SBE is. All that I've come to surmise what SB is a counter um, conversation for sign language, and that's it. I don't know where it came from because I had the guy on the came up with SBE, right? He cannot explain what it was. He could not explain what it was. We had him on for 2 hours. And we asked him a whole bunch of questions. He could not explain what it was. And the way I was taught, if if you know what you're talking about and you know what you created, you should be able to explain the core of your argument in 30 seconds in an elevated speech. Okay, if you don't have an elevated speech, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's just it's gobbledygook. Just got from Snowman Stream. The game calling was Chris. Okay. Yeah, it's basically yeah, it's basically for the most part, man. It's kind of hard to follow the Indiana Fever now, is because Caitlin's not playing, and and they had like 5 people hurt. So this is all the residual um, stuff from Caitlin Clark, but basically it's mediocre basketball again. SB is subcutaneous bacterial endocarditis. Yep, especially after you had COVID, right? We just please give us your tips for raising a responsible matriarch. For raising a responsible matriarch. Okay, number one, if you want to see responsible matriarchs, okay, look at the Jewish community, right? Because what do they focus on? Okay, try to go after a Jewish mother's son. Try to go after him, right? Okay. If you want to see a mama bear, go after a Jewish mother's son. That son is supposed to still uplift and propel that family forward. Okay. If a responsible matriarch fashions leaders for their community, that it's not about kowtowing or making people comfortable, right? The thing is, who are the people who actually push this society forward, right? And women don't push the society forward. That's how come they put the men out front. All good matriarchies, okay. If you look at the Iroquois Nation, right, which is the prime example in America of a matriarchy, right? Okay, the Women's Council, okay, the Women's Council got together and they elected their male leaders. They elect their male leaders because women don't govern very well. Okay, women are too emotional. They're too dependent on connection. They elected their male leaders to actually put their agendas forward. Right. That is a responsible matriarchy. Okay, how can I protect my tribe, protect my society, protect my people, and get together with other people, other tribes, to actually push our society forward? That is a responsible matriarch. Okay, A matriarch should care about all the children equally and get the best out of all children equally. Unfortunately, the gynocracy, black gynocracy does not do that. Okay, you can plan it easy. SBE. Oh, really? You can explain it easy. All right. Well, now, basically, okay. I'll give you an example about a responsible matriarchy, right? Because I live in one. Okay. Uh, uh, my grandson is protected by one. Okay. And all the people in his life that propel him forward are mostly women. Okay. They look out for him. They protect him. They put him in positions to actually succeed. Okay. And he's a boy. He's a boy. And some I'm there just to check them in case they go off the rails, right? Sometimes you know women that get jealous is because they can't get the shine, right? So you got to have a man here or there to put them back in place, right? I want to hear that. Like my daughter, sometimes she get mad because he's gonna shine where she didn't. Okay, and I had to put her in place. It ain't your one. It ain't your turn. And two, you made your choices. You made your choices, okay? He deserves to have his shot, just like you had your shot. And sometimes I got to push back against that. That's what's going on in WNBA right now, right? It's a matriarchy, right? And guess what happens, okay? They don't give a shit about money. They give a shit about attention and status. They don't give a shit about money. At this point, shame, blame, and don't explain. Nobody has given me a concise explanation about what SBE is and why it's important. Okay, as a manager that had to manage a crew of 15 women, I approve that message. That, in my opinion, and I've seen it work. Okay, I've seen it work. Because I've had when I was younger, when I was a kid, and you have to be an outstanding little boy, right? If those women, if you can get the matriarchy to actually believe in you, they'll actually help you and push you forward. If you can get them to believe in you, not saying that's easy, not saying that's easy. Okay, unfortunately, the matriarchy will not propel enough men forward to actually change the society. That's the problem with the matriarchy. Okay, most men are a fodder for a matriarchy. They're there for labor and procreation. Unfortunately, that would be my answer. But May says she got an answer for SBE. Okay, I will let her up in a second. They have to be Bible believing women who believe in the concept of patriarchy through reading the book. These are the only that I've seen push men to. No, not really, not really. There's matriarchies that do it. Even matrilineal, or what they call me. The thing is, uh, anytime you call something a matriarchy, then they want to quibble, right? Okay, anything loosely dealing with men can be called a patriarchy, right? But a matriarchy has to have this real narrow definition. But most matrilineal or matriarchal societies, okay, are run a certain way, and very seldom do you see, even in the matriarchy, you see the mother or the female as head. Normally, they want to put a man as head, okay, as chief. 9 times out of 10. Every now and then, you see a matriarchy run by women. But the thing is, they know the thing with a matriarchy, okay, is it doesn't scale very well because just like our gynocracy, right? Okay, in small communities, tight knit communities where you have large extended families and everybody knows each other, they work fine. Okay, everybody can get what they need to some extent, right? When it scales, okay, matriarchies are built on connection, not laws and regulations, right? That's in a man's domain. So as they get bigger, then they need men to actually run the society. Is because that's the forte of men. Oh yeah, they have to believe in you for whatever reason. Okay, the gynocracy uplifted me, and even though my wife ain't FBA, they have an interest in my sons. They have put blood, sweat into my brothers too. That kind of gynocracy or matriarch I don't mind. Okay, because you're actually giving every member of the family a fair chance to actually succeed. SB is a piece of random invective you pull out of your ass when you're losing an argument to someone that is better informed than you. Will the gynocracy bring back the McRib? The gynocracy brings back the McRib on special occasions, okay? Like Thanksgiving turkey and Christmas chitlins, okay? That's when the McRib shows up. Anybody else? But I'm gonna let May up here. She says she can explain SBE. So is it true the black community operates in? Yes, it does. I don't have to. I mean, uh, look at your stats. What do you think? Look at your stats. What do you think? DC, answer your own question. Look at your stats. What do you think? Me saying it's true doesn't mean anything. It's me, and I've proved it over the 11. If you follow me for 11 years, you know I've shown it over and over and over again. Okay, I've shown it over and over again. It's not a mystery. Everybody says the exact same thing. It is true. Then it's true. I don't have to prove it. Why you ask me a question that you already know that it's true? The black women themselves know that it's true. The black women themselves know that it's true, and they actually enhance it. They depend on it that it's backwards like that because they want to keep it that way. The UAP hearings, probably not. I'm probably not gonna. I mean, my thing, I don't give a shit about the hearings. Okay, show me the craft. Land the craft in the middle of Los Angeles, New York, D.C., wherever. If the craft exists, land that motherfucker, and so people can actually examine it. Then I'll start believing. Other than that, I don't want to hear it. Anybody can say anything. I don't give a shit about a hearing. Okay? If they give a hearing about a nuke or hypersonics, an airplane, a, a conspiracy, they have documents. They got people. They got people they can put their hands on. I don't want to hear about unidentified aerial phenomenon. Okay, pull that. I've been hearing this shit since I was like 6 years old. Okay, that's 60 years. Show me. Okay, I'm not saying that it exists or don't exist, but show me. Other than that, I don't want to hear that. I mean, I've been listening to that crap for 60 years. I don't want to hear no more of it. Okay, either it exists or it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. The gynocracy have the craft. Well, produced, like I said, what is it? Corpus delicti, produce the body, right? Produce the body. Where's the body at? In other words, if you're gonna convict somebody or something or prove something, produce the body. I had to, I got my, my pro-blacks and other people that have their thoughts about these things. I hear it all the time, man. I said, okay, I don't disbelieve you, but the thing is, unless you can show me or where I could actually walk up and touch the goddamn thing with my own hand, then I'll believe. I'm doubting Thomas when it comes to that. Just like Jesus, show me let me feel the holes in your hand where you're nailed on the cross. Just because you appear before me, show me. That's where I'm at with it, man. I don't want to hear it. I've been hearing it. I hear this stuff all the time, and you wait and see if the effects and the evidence will show up. It hasn't shown up yet. I don't want to hear it. If it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. It has nothing to do with me. You having a hearing over it. If you're not going to produce the evidence, I don't want to hear a hearing. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. You got Congress. You got trade secrets. Show me a broken craft, a crash craft, a body, something. Show me something. I don't want to hear it. And trust and believe. I love a good conspiracy, but the thing is, it's got to have. Even a conspiracy has credible, tangible facts to actually feed into the conspiracy. You got to have something. Even weapons of mass destruction. You got to have at least plans that they've shown. Okay, whether they destroy them or not. Okay, got to have something. And one thing I want to say about this space, okay, which I, which absolutely perplexes me, okay. You have all these anti folks, okay. I don't like this guy. I don't like that guy. This shit doesn't work. I don't care who the fuck you are, okay. Manosphere, the black manosphere 1.2, 2.0 has proven its worth, okay? That shit, all the shit we put out is fucking real. We have tangibles, okay? Have fucking tangibles, okay? We have realities on the ground that you can point to, okay? Ain't no if, maybe, someday, wish upon a star. No, you got political movements, okay? You got social movements that are tangible that they came up out of here, that are global. Got fucking tangibles. Got fucking tangibles in this beast, right? I don't get, 2.0 can go away tomorrow. It's achieved, it's actually accomplished its goals. We have fucking tangibles, okay? I mean, there is no mystery. There is no if, and, or buts. We can point to the shit that we pointed out that we wanted to do 10 years ago that have already come to pass, okay? This old hat and built into the global structure right now, okay? And really built into the political structure, right? That we can point to. And we've had professors and other people where organizations have gone after them. Tangibles, okay? No bullshit. We got tangibles that we can point to. Same thing when I did my previous work with the continent, right? We have fucking tangibles that we can point to. Where we actually interceded, and the stuff that we wanted, that we pointed to, is bearing fruit. A lot of that stuff I talked about 25 years ago is bearing fruit right now as we speak, down to the tittle and dot that I called it way back then. Okay. In fact, when I first got to YouTube, man, I was wondering, man, I had 50 subs, especially in the black manosphere, right? Is it Ibmore? I had 50 subs. I had people trying to dox me when I had fucking 50 subs. I said, because they knew who the fuck I was. These people knew who I was when I first landed here. When I first got here, I was a YouTube nobody, but they knew who I was when I first got here because they had followed they looked up my previous work. A lot of people think, oh, well, you got lucky, and I didn't get fucking lucky. Okay, I've been doing this shit for a fucking long time, and I've learned from the best. And I did this on actually a bigger scale than this little beast right here. Okay, and I know how to take a movement from local, from tiny to global, which the black movement and mainstream movement is a global phenomenon right now. It wasn't that way when I first got here, even amongst the white people. It wasn't a global phenomenon. It is now. So I don't know what people are talking about. So I'm listening to all the naysayers talk shit, and I'm like I said, a lot of people, especially after the last election, with the Trump election, man, I got sorely disappointed because I thought I was talking to equals. I thought I was talking to people that understood. At least if you give them the right information, they can actually come to the right conclusions, right? And I'm finding out these people, like I said, these people's elevators don't go far enough to the top. Because obvious shit, okay, obvious shit that's been reported and confirmed, okay. Even after you confirm the shit, they still don't get it. I said I don't have time for that shit. Obvious shit that's confirmed. I don't have time for that shit. Anyway, go ahead, May. You said you're going to explain SBE for me. Give me the 30-second version, the shortened version, the way you of what you understand it is, and then you can actually break it down and explain it. Okay?
Okay. I didn't write it down, so I don't have it perfect, but I'm gonna
It
try
should,
to do it in
it
30
should be
seconds.
30 elevator speech. The way I was taught, and the expert, the chick that actually got Boys in the Hood made. Okay,
Okay.
and was homeboy's mentor. Okay, she told me an elevator speech should be down to 30 seconds. And you should have it memorized. It should give you a crystal clear example of what it is in 30 seconds. Okay, that's what she told me.
Right. Yeah. I'll try to do exactly that. My understanding is SBE stands for shame, blame, and explain,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a kind of subculture of the manosphere or manosphere adjacent
Mm-hmm.
that basically tells men that women know what they're doing
Mm-hmm.
and they don't care, and so it's a waste of time to shame, blame, and explain to them what they're doing wrong.
Okay, and that is their assertion. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and their proof is
Actually, it looks to me like their proof is when they talk about it, they say, okay, you did this, this, and that. Now what's
mm-hmm,
the result? The
mm-hmm.
woman did what she wanted to do because she knew she could do it. And nothing you say is going to change it. See? That's kind of how they do. See?
Okay, and the thing is, do they know why they did it? Why the women actually chose to do what they did?
Yeah, SBE is not interested in the why.
Okay,
They're saying that for a man, you don't want to waste your energy and time on women who have already determined that this is how they want to be. Trying to change them and shame them or explain to them is a
okay,
waste of time.
okay. Yeah, well, that's true. If on the individual level, that's probably true. Okay,
Yeah.
but on a societal level, it can't be. And the manosphere is not about the individual level. It's about the structure. That's why it's
Yeah.
a subculture that okay, the that's what SYSBM is, right? Okay, that's what it stands for, right? Find a woman that's already on your path, is doing what you want her to do. And what I've noticed when I had my um, women's channel is most women have no clue about why the fuck they do what they do.
Yeah, you're interested in the why. And I think that the people who subscribe to SBE, they're saying be productive and be efficient. And it's not efficient to worry or spend any time on women who are clear. I think what they're thinking is that their assumption is that a lot of men think that women are innocent, and they if you just explain it to them, or if you tell them the outcomes or the effects or the results of what they're doing, you know, maybe they'll change their ways. If I keep talking to you and I explain it to you, you'll figure out that I'm right. And I think that's what they're saying. You got to understand from day one, she's doing exactly what she wants to do. She knows what she's doing, and
Hmm.
whatever affects, she don't care about it. So don't
Okay.
waste your time. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Well. Okay. That's what they're saying, and I found out that that's not true. So that's what I'm saying. I understand what they're. Okay, that's their theory, but guess what? They haven't proven their theory.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think they have proven it because
Why?
I
How?
look
Explain
at
to me.
certain women and I
Hmm.
say, you could talk to you blue in the face, you could do this. I mean, mothers deal with it, trying to get women to do certain things a certain way, and it doesn't
Hmm.
matter.
Hmm.
They know what they're doing, they want to do it like that, and they
Hmm.
just don't care about the consequences. They don't care.
They care about the consequences. They don't think it's going to affect them. They care
They'll
about it.
care when they get to the consequence, but
Okay.
before they get to the
I
consequence, they don't
I, I,
care.
I did a whole lot of drug dealers women, right? And they didn't give a fuck about the consequences until they actually met them.
Yeah,
A
I
shot,
agree.
a shotgun to the face will basically change your life path.
Right, but that warning part, that's the part. And I think that's how it's kind of, I guess SBE is kind of like you telling somebody, hey, hey, don't you see you about to go over a cliff?
Yeah, over a cliff, yeah.
You're going over a cliff. Don't you see it? Don't you? And you're like yelling and you're doing all the
And when
motions.
they get to the edge and they see them rocks tumble over, say somebody told me not to go over this cliff, and they back away.
Nah, I think SBE thinks they're
And
gonna go ahead and fall on over the cliff, and it's not your responsibility to
um,
keep telling them.
most women don't. Okay, most women don't.
They don't fall over the cliff.
No, the thing is that what you don't realize is why are they doing what they're doing is because there's other factors supporting their belief. Women are not stupid. Okay, a lot of women most women make very sound decisions about stuff. They have a pretty good idea about how they're going to live and where they're going to get the money because they have support systems.
And I think that's probably what SBE is saying, that they know that they're going to be able to survive because at the end of the day, there's, I hate talking about this stuff because I just, it's such poverty talk, but there'll be food stamps if they screw up. There'll be Section 8 if they screw up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like teen pregnancy. My dad told me if you get pregnant,
Hmm.
I don't care what it is. You're getting out of my house. I don't want no parts of you.
Oh,
I'm done.
okay. The thing is, we talk about poverty talk. Okay, we talk about poverty talk. The thing is, the thing is, nobody's trying to actually get out here and actually change the society to make this society completely successful. Okay, everybody is dog eat dog. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. And the thing is, nobody talks about poverty talk until your society starts to come apart.
Well, I just don't like talking about, child support and, all that. I don't know nothing about it. So I'm mentioning it that is something that women can fall back on. You know what I mean? They can fall back on food stamps, but
What the thing is, and that's what this is why at my level I don't talk to people like that. Okay, because you're into the personal level. Okay, like 6 inches in front of your nose. Okay, and and I explained to you there's a reason why this shit happens, but you're not interested in that. I said okay, okay. You're gonna keep doing what you keep doing. It's because you're looking at the nose in front of your face. Okay. And when other shit starts falling apart, you're gonna go, well, how come this shit keeps happening? You know why it keeps. Well, then you never investigated actually find out why. There's a reason shit happens, and that's what I'm here. I'm here to explain why shit happens, okay, and how you can actually take advantage of the why and chart your course.
hmm. Well, I'm going to ask you that. You said it's a collective. You said that, the individual, it may be true, but I guess my question would be to you is, do men actually have any collective jurisdiction over women, like for real, for real? Like,
Uh,
is it any of that their business? Like, I have this
shh, go ahead,
dude
finish your
that's
thought.
kind of like he tried to be in the manosphere, but he goes on and on and on about black women and obesity and just talking, talking, talking.
Okay,
And he doesn't,
why why
it
does he
doesn't
do that?
concern him. He's not, he's married already. So I
Okay,
kind of feel like that's weird. And even for single men, it's kind of weird. Like,
did you ask him why it bothers him?
nah.
Why?
I just listen to the live
Why didn't
stream.
you ask him why it bothers him? So if you're married and it doesn't concern you, and your wife is not one of those people, why does it bother you? And
Well,
let him
see,
tell
there
you.
you go. He didn't went too deep. His
See,
wife is fat. That's why.
okay, so that's why it bothers him.
But then why does he care about the rest of the world? That's the thing.
It's because the rest of the world supports her being fat.
Okay.
If
Make it
if
easy
the
for
women
her.
if the women that are around her, her circle, shame, blame, and explain to her, she'd lose weight
Hmm.
because she wouldn't get supported by her crew. She'd be shamed. Why do you think most Asians are not fat? It's because they're shamed to death. If all the women will shame her if she gets 10 pounds overweight, including her mother and her aunts and all the other women in her circle, will shame her to death. Okay, she will lose weight. She'll be held accountable for the way she looks and how much she eats.
Okay.
That's why.
So on the shame, I mean, that makes sense. On the shame, blame, and explain thing, though,
Hmm.
I I do think it's kind of, I think they really have a point when it comes to this collective idea of, what do you call it? Like group accountability.
Mm-hmm.
This idea that, like, if you're a single man
Mm-hmm.
being concerned about this collective, all these black women type of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because it only takes one black man to be with one black woman. And
Mm,
so
that's not
if he
true, but go
finds
ahead.
his woman, that's his concern. And anything outside of that, he's kind of wasting energy.
Okay, if women were individuals and they weren't connected, they didn't have a connection of family, friends, and all those other kind of folks, that'd be true. But are they?
Hmm.
Are they? You're a woman.
We are interconnected, but I think about jurisdiction. You know what I mean? Even the government, they have jurisdiction. Like your place starts here
Uh huh.
and then it ends here.
When you say that, what does that mean?
Jurisdiction, like your realm of influence. It
Mm-hmm.
starts here and it ends here. It's not like this big overarching. I'm not trying to compare it to politics, but you see how the federal
Oh,
government judges
yeah, yeah, but
try to
okay, okay.
dictate
There's
federally, but they say no, you better stay in your jurisdiction.
there's jurisdiction that applies to your thing, but guess what? Are you isolated and cut off from everybody else?
No, you're not cut off from everybody
So
else.
how do you negotiate one jurisdiction to the next?
That's the question I have.
Aha, you're connected. That's why. Okay, you have to find a medium and a standard to go by.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your electricity. How you get your electricity? You actually have your own power plant and generate your own electricity, or does it come from a
Part of a
general
network.
area, a whole
Network.
network? Or how do you negotiate that? How much it costs? Or what kind of tax you're going to pay? The roads that you build. How do you get how do you import goods and foods and stuff like that? How does all that stuff happen?
I see your point. So then how do you, but seriously, how do you, like, how does a man say, okay, I don't need to worry about, or even a woman, I don't need to concern myself about X, Y, and Z. What's my realm of influence,
Uh,
or
uh,
what do I have jurisdiction
uh,
over?
any man that's not worried about when he take I tell this to women to men all the time. Okay, if a woman's serious about you, okay, she you have to know who her five best friends in, which is her circle. Okay,
Hmm.
her five good friends, which is her circle, and her family. Okay, if they're not cool with you, you're gonna have problems in your marriage because they're gonna be constantly in her ear
I
about
agree
Facts.
with
you.
that. I agree.
So you better be concerned about your because unless slavery is back in form, okay, and you possess her like legally and nobody can say shit to you, then yeah, you don't you have an agreement with her. It's not jurisdiction. You don't have jurisdiction over your kids, okay? The state does, okay? You have rights, parental rights that the state can either give you or revoke when they see fit.
So we could agree that it's mostly local jurisdiction, kind of, sort of.
What is okay? Okay, you have to get. You have to.
Like what you just said. You said your
Hold on.
wife's
Can I
family.
finish what I'm getting ready to say before you
Oh,
cut me off?
okay. I'm sorry.
Unless you know what I'm going to say. Okay.
No, no, I don't.
If you're going to say something, right? My mind is analytical. You have to give it some kind of definition for my mind to work on it. Just saying something doesn't mean anything. It's like gray. And then, so, what do you mean by that when you say local? What do you mean by that? Local's jurisdiction.
Exactly how you just explained. You said you have a wife or a woman in your life, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to concern your, well, not have to, but it is
You
your
better.
business.
You
Yeah,
better.
it
If
is
you
your
want.
business. It
You
is your
better.
concern
Okay.
who she's around, the type
Mm-hmm.
of people, that she associates with, from friends to
Mm-hmm.
either good or bad family
Family.
members,
Yeah. Yeah.
to the community and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
I,
her
I, I,
reputation,
yeah.
her
Yeah.
workplace.
Male more female. Okay. Say if you had a son, you have a daughter. But say you had a son, right? Okay. And your son was getting to be of age, like 19, 20, 21. Okay. Would you be comfortable with him dating a chick whose family was full of drug dealers and hood rats and robbers and shit like that? Would you be comfortable?
No,
Why?
that's going to be an influence. It's going to be negative. It's going to bring problems.
Yeah, and she might love him to death. and be willing to die for him? Or are you still comfortable with it?
Not at all.
Why?
It's a present danger, potential danger.
There's no such thing as human beings, and human beings have never, ever, 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 ever been not connected to one another. We're not bears in the wood. We're not rhinos. Uh, uh, we're not these individual creatures that wander off someplace and with our cubs or our offspring in tow. Okay, we are a collective group of people. That's how we survived.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I do think that there's, like you said, there has to be some balance. Um,
And if SBE works, and I thought it would work, I'd be on board to actually open up and actually agree with it. But that shit don't work.
well, it's not a method to get women to do anything. It's a method more to save men from having heart attacks and high blood pressure and worrying and stress and frustration and depression. It's really a pro man concept, really, in my
SBE,
opinion.
okay.
Yeah. They're
I mean,
saying, don't
okay.
waste your time shame, blaming, explaining,
Mm-hmm.
talking to these hard headed, so called crazy, wayward women. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to be how they're going to be. Don't waste your time. Focus on
Eh, eh,
who's on
eh,
your program, and the rest of them, the collective, fuck
eh.
them. That's pretty much it. Fuck them.
SYSBM said that 10 years prior. Okay, exact same thing.
I
10 years
think,
prior.
May, I think one of the things to understand why I think SBE doesn't work
Mm-hmm.
is um my wife was like, wow, she listens to BGS sometime, and she's like,
Oh,
y'all have the same thoughts of where society is going or what's going on around the world. He might
Mm-hmm.
have a lot more details than you,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm listening to something I don't understand because I wasn't socialized to believe what y'all are saying. So she only believes it when she sees it on CNN
Yeah.
or
Fox or
Fox.
MSNBC, MSB, NBC, or whatever news channel she's watching, right? From
she
the
only
Yes,
believes
yes.
what?
in other words, she only believes
It's an analogy.
what the authorities will tell her.
That's
That's
it.
where that's where her beliefs
Yeah,
come
that's
from.
that's and that's what I'm trying to
Mhm.
articulate. So when guys say women know that what yeah, they know what they're doing, but they've been socialized to believe that that's normal. That's how it
Yeah,
is. And
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
me telling a chick you're doing something wrong, you're doing something wrong, but then a guy takes her out on a date and she might have sex with this guy, she might do this, and she's not getting a result. If me telling her what she's doing wrong doesn't keep the guy that she's dealing with, it's irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's why SBE
and
doesn't
and,
matter.
and black men, the black manosphere, the black men especially have a whole lot of pressure to come in and actually work with and change these particular women and get them back in line. Okay, whole lot of
Yeah, it's
pressure.
Yeah.
really outside pressure that wants us to come in and
It
help.
won't come in. But most folks in the black most folks in the black manosphere are trying to understand the woman that's in front of them. They're not
Yeah,
trying to go out and recruit a woman that's hard headed because the black manosphere will tell you don't do it. Okay,
yes,
Hmm.
we tell you in the heartbeat, do not pick a woman that's not on your program.
yeah. Case in point, ain't nobody here trying to change Shakari Richardson. She showed us who she was,
And
and,
she was,
and,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And we
and
tell
we're
a guy,
not trying to change her or save her. She just
yeah, we tell black guys choose a different woman, and we get a whole lot of pushback from a whole bunch of people when we say that shit.
yeah, she was a different woman.
Don't in other words, we tell black men, especially in my camp, to be indifferent to it. Okay, if she's
Yeah,
not on your program, if she's not doing what you want to do, you checked her out. She's wanting, pick another woman. Don't worry about it. Okay.
I tell dudes all the time, leave them to themselves if they're not on your program.
Yeah, and we get shamed. I can't tell you how much we get lambasted about not being pro-black and not coming back in and taking up these single mothers and trying to rescue the community and all this kind of shit. Okay,
Hmm.
You use
and
the word indifference. That's
yeah.
the word they use for SBE. They say be indifferent to anybody who's not in line with you.
Where you
You know
think?
your
Where you
own
think? Where,
stuff.
No,
where
no, no,
you?
no. SBE,
Yeah, go ahead. Go
SBE is not indifference. I'm indifference. I don't care for talking to any chick that I look at and I can tell I don't align with a few things. Right when I
Right.
see two red flags, I don't even know her no more. She walked past me, go, hey, hi, bye. When you're SBEing, that's saying that you still have interest in engaging with these women. I'm
Mm-hmm.
indifferent. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
I think
and,
SBE is not. I didn't explain it
and,
well. I
okay,
don't think I explained it
and
well.
most of the black manosphere is not we don't you're one of the rare exceptions about who the women that we even talk to. We don't talk to women, okay? Like
Why?
my like huh?
Why? Why y'all don't talk to women?
Who wants to
Women
Is
do that? Who
manipulate
wants
no
to
no
people.
sit
no, no
around?
what I'm saying is my message to men, especially my manosphere, is not to women. Why are they interested in what I'm saying about to men? I'm not talking to you. If I'm talking to men about men shit, why am I talking to you? You're not a man.
Well, maybe you tap into my animus anime. Maybe that.
Your anima, you're tapping into your
What?
animus. Tapping into your animus, okay, is a completely different process.
Yeah.
Okay, me guiding a woman to tapping into her animus is a different process than a man tapping into his anima. Okay,
Yes.
and I have to talk to women in their language for them to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Me,
So that
me,
is not no
I
animus.
cannot. I can. If you go to my Obedience Women channel, you can tell how I talk to women is completely different than how I talk to men. Completely different. I can't talk to women the same way I talk to men because it's not going to work. Okay, I can't use start off with statistics, logic, and facts. I have to start off with feelings first, and then work and then get to logics and facts. I have to guide them. Have to their feelings have to guide them to their own logical conclusions. That's the way it works. When I'm on my Ibmore page, I'm not talking to females. I'm indifferent to them. Okay, you ain't supposed to be over here no way. So if you get upset, I'm not talking to you.
Right.
I'm now if it hurts you is because the shit that you do it hurts you because you do that stuff. Okay, that's different. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm warning them that what she's doing to you is going to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a conclusion. If you let her keep doing that stuff, it might help her. It's not going to help you. But I'm not here on my Black Manospheres page to help you. I'm there to help them. So I'm not. We're not. Most of the manospheres not even talking to y'all. Okay.
I know.
And you hear us. You say, well, how can we speak like this? We ain't talking to you. And when I talk to women, I mean, okay, I'll tell you, the octanes when I came up were for men, right? How to pick the right woman for you, depending on the class and attributes, right? Okay. Now my 3 levels of commitment were actually for women. If, in, in fact, somebody had a TikTok of this chick that's been with a guy for 13 years and he ain't never proposed. Okay, I can solve that in like 2 minutes, baby. You're not a wife to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You don't qualify as a wife to him, and so you need to examine that. Either either change who you are and how you go about your shit, or you're gonna have to find you another man. I tell that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Like now they're complaining because Travis Kelsey don't want to like. And my response to that is, why is that my problem?
It
Compete called competing.
the thing is, why is a white man marrying a white woman so important to you? That's what I would ask a woman. Why is a
Yeah.
white man so important to you? Okay, and the thing is, the only reason we cover it is because you're gonna say is that the reason Travis Kelsey picks a white woman is because we disparage black women.
No.
Not that we have to do that. I mean, y'all do that
Y'all do
pretty.
that yourselves.
You do that yourselves. I mean,
And
you
don't
guys
get
champion that shit. So,
and please don't get me started on TikTok. Now, y'all disparage yourselves way more than we do.
you know what you know what was the final nail in the coffin for me?
What?
Okay, I'm pro black, right? I'm in a pro black sector, and they stop down black man, black woman, black love, yada yada yada. We hate the white man, all that kind of bullshit, right? Guess what changed
Right.
my mind about that stuff, right? The series Scandal.
Really?
I had pro black hard. hardcore
Women
stomp down.
love that song. Love
Love that
that
fucking
show.
show. Why do
Yep.
you love that goddamn show where you have a
A,
powerful black
a,
woman, yeah,
a powerful
that
side chick, huh?
a
You love
powerful
that
who's a side chick to a white man, and why do you guys love that? She selling hymns all day long. Okay, that's
song.
what changed my mind about black women as far as that. I'm not the regular women I could care less about. Okay, y'all, yeah, you guys don't know, they're uninformed, blah blah blah. Okay, we
Yeah.
talking about hardcore, stomp down, pro black
And they love that show.
to the
Damn, that's
hate black people, hate white people to the gills, right? And love that
mm-hmm.
goddamn show. I said, oh, okay, there's something
Mm-hmm.
inside y'all that you guys are lying about.
Mm.
And remember that that scene. Um, remember that scene when they were in that bunker where there was an emergency and he and what's her name, Olivia Pope, and the wife were actually all in the bunker at the same time. And basically his wife said, "Why is your black whore down in here with us?" Right?
Oh. Mm.
And I thought, and I was waiting, man. I was on my social media shit, man. I was waiting. I said, I know these black chicks gonna respond to this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
My pro black man, they're gonna have something to say about this show and what that white chick said. Guess what? Crickets. I did not hear shit. I said, oh, I said,
Damn,
oh, oh.
they know the truth.
I said, I get it now. I get it now. Then I start looking for it, right? Okay. I start looking for the relationship between white men and black women. Okay.
Is that why so many of them don't mind being side chicks?
That okay. The thing is, okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make it.
Basically, okay, if you think about it, man, black women were not brought here to be the husbands, the wives of black male slaves. Okay,
No, that's true.
they're there to be concubines and producers of children for white men and white slave owners. Right?
Yes.
That's why they were brought here. Okay, and unfortunately, okay, now there was the era where to survive, that black men and women had to be married. Okay, if you wanted to survive, you had to
Right.
find a way to come together, right? Okay, but that ethos, that culture of them being concubines and children producers for white men, that shit never went away. Okay, and it's still the thing is with the what's it what's the name of that show where Nick whatever her name is and a white in love with that white dude.
Um.
I forget. I don't watch it, but really dark skin, and she was gushing about how a dark skinned woman like me that looks like me can be loved by and loved on by somebody that looks like Nick. I said, "Oh shit, there it is," because
I don't know the name of the show, but
yeah.
okay.
But Bell Hooks said the exact same thing in her books, and basically, Polly Murray said the exact same thing in her book. Okay, in the 40s. Okay, and this stuff has been going on, man, since the goddamn emancipation. Okay,
They said it's
That's,
called Love Island.
is it Love Island? Okay. The thing is,
Oh, okay.
the thing is, I hear black women, and I know they're lying because now I hear it. I know they're lying to profess the love and loyalty of black men. And the thing is, this kind of shit pops up, and the thing is, they hide they try to because they know white men are not going to accept them as wives and that kind of shit. So they hide that shit. They lie
Yeah.
about it. They lie about it.
Yes, black women don't like white men, just so you know.
So they don't like them. So why do they sleep with them and why do they court them?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Black women do not really like white men, just generally. Um,
Huh?
it's we don't. I
Huh?
think they're disgusting. I
Huh?
think they're absolutely
Uh,
You
disgusting.
you
And my
you you,
most black
you
can
women
I ask
do.
me a question?
Go ahead.
So let's say I agree with you saying that black women don't love or like white men. So
Mhm.
are you saying that black women engage in relationships, perform a status or a simulation to a higher status or any shape or form? That's why they engage in relationship with them, or is it because they like them?
I think it takes certain types of black women to want to be with a white guy. And what I've seen, when the type of black women that I've seen that deal with white men, what I've seen is mostly they be dark skinned There's something that's not the
Well,
regular. You know what I mean?
May,
The
I wasn't
dark
asking
skin,
Let,
got
about
the
let,
the
let, let,
skin,
let,
texture.
let her
strong,
finish your point. Let her finish your
strong,
point.
natural hair, strong features, dark skin, really either skinny or fat. One like an extreme. They're usually an extreme or something like that. And I think a lot of them are like quirky and different. I've also noticed that a lot of white black women are coming from poverty and they trying to become bougie and fake it out, and they're attracted to white men because they think that's a cover, and they really like talk like white girls. They do a lot of intentional fake front and stuff. That's what I think. I don't see
Yeah,
white
I'm
men
talking
with
about
like
that.
the average beautiful desirable black woman. That's not what
Oh,
I
yeah,
see.
well, it happens all the time.
Yeah, we're
That's
That's
it.
talking.
not what I
Yeah,
see
That's
every day.
So,
well, why,
so,
I'm in LA. I see that shit all the time. Okay,
You're
all
in
the
LA,
time.
that's different.
And I ain't,
so
ain't no
May,
different. LA has LA has more people in LA than the whole state of Georgia. Okay.
so May, do they do it because they like white men, or do they do it for uh, the idea of gain status or better living, or being assimilated, or being in a society that they feel more protected, even though they don't like men? Like that's what I'm asking.
In
And
my
and
opinion, I think they're trying to be different. That's just my thoughts. Just
and and,
the
and
ones
the
I
bou-
know.
and the bougier they are, the more they attach to white men. That's the funniest thing
Yeah.
about it. Okay.
Now the bougie, the ones that grew up upper middle class black, those are
Mm-hmm.
authentically going with the proximity of I'm used to white men, so I'm gonna be with a white man. Proximity.
Mm-hmm.
But all
yeah,
the rest of
I
them,
can see that.
I think they think they're special. They want to do. They're no different than the coons, in my opinion. Same thing.
Right.
The thing is, if it wasn't so replete in literature, then I would
Hmm.
accept that. But the thing is, that's even today, you you have you have black women that love that fawn over a black woman marrying a white man, but things can't stand when a black man is with a white woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fawn over it.
And
Now,
even my
we
favorite Francis Cress Wilson tried to make the argument that it was different, and I love the lady.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do say it's different. It's hilarious. But the thing is, you swear about loyalty to black men. Come on now. If white men wholesale came down and said we're gonna marry every black woman that wants to marry a white man, I think the majority of black women would go. I
I
do.
say, show me the cliff.
Show you the cliff. Or
Show me
you
the cliff.
might.
I jump over it. I'm
You
done.
you you, you might. But the thing is, I said the majority. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not buying that. This person raw. He said no, they don't have confidence to pursue them, but they all want them. I
It, it,
can't agree. Mm-mm.
I mean, the thing is, there's so much proof out there, and the thing is that the thing is that there's so it's replete with the evidence, with the reaction, with the. And in fact, they're saying now that if reality show wants to make money, you show a black woman and a white guy. It's because the black woman will actually swoon over it and
Yes.
support you and pay money for it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I would like to say that I don't think black women like them, but they're operating in a way that they gain something from engaging in relationship
Yeah, yeah.
with white guys,
Shonda
regardless
Rhimes,
if
Shonda
they
Rhimes has
like them or
become
not.
almost a billionaire off of uh, black woman and white man relationships.
Hmm.
She's almost a billionaire off of that because she
And
tapped into the inner desire what most black women actually really want. And
yeah,
and it shows up on your dating sites. Okay, the dating sites they report the exact same thing. All these indicators can't be wrong.
yeah,
Well,
and
I
that's
think we're
that's
going to
kind of
start
how I
seeing.
sent that. That's how I kind of sent that art to you in the form that I did it
Hmm.
with the Barbie.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
Well, I think with this whole movement towards white purity and extremism and save the white people, they're going extinct. We're going to probably see in popular culture a reverse of that because I noticed the commercials that were all mixed race, and
Hmm.
I was kind of turned on. Like, what is this? The kid, they intentionally went and found a Chinese lady and a black guy, and then they had to go find a kid that kind of looked like it could be in the
Hmm.
commercial their child. So it's very intentional,
Uh,
and I think that that's
It's called
probably what y'all
admixture.
are buying into that, but I'm
admixture
not.
is normal.
Yep.
Yes.
What society does not have admixture? Name one. Name it.
They're pushing it in popular culture, making more people
May,
buy
May,
it.
May, May. If I ask you a question, answer my question. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't know, say I don't know.
Okay.
Don't deflect. If I ask you what society, any society in history, does not have admixture?
They have some in
It's,
most cultures. They have
And
some.
I
it's
mean,
in every
it's in every culture. Why?
Except
Why?
Chinese. The Chinese
The
ain't got
Chinese.
that.
How do you think?
Chinese have admixture.
How do you think? How do you think Chinese got to be 98% Han?
Mm-hmm.
Admixture. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like if you buy into that, I just want you to think about like Memphis, Chicago, parts of DC, parts of Philadelphia. If there's no admixture and you want the people to keep on having children together, it's not going to look good in two generations.
The only reason there was no admixture for the American black slaves is because they needed you there as a labor force. Okay, that's
Hmm.
why there's very strict rules against admixture.
Oh yeah,
If
we had admixture,
if admixture is not
undocumented.
natural, why do you put laws against it?
Yep, yep.
There's a reason. There's a reason that things happen. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's why Ellen Poussin says, okay, once they pass the law, white people say, you know what, go ahead and let them admix, right? Guess who the biggest people were actually against it was black women.
Hmm.
Black women actually pushed for getting rid of miscegenation laws. Okay, and as long as it benefited them, they're fine with it. When it benefited black men, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit,
Yep.
Yep.
you got to
And it
stop these
began in Mississippi.
yeah. Just like Passport
Mississippi.
Bros, right? When Stella got a groove back, was going overseas and doing her thing, right? Everybody's yes, Queen, go ahead, right? So when Passport Bros start doing the exact same thing they're doing, oh, you Negroes are lame and weak and stuff like that. That's why
Hmm.
the black community is upside down. Okay, and
Yep.
I know why that is. If I were in their position, I would do the same thing. Okay,
So
so I,
what percentage of black women do y'all think want to swirl? Honestly, what do y'all think?
in our heart of hearts,
Yeah,
I
if they
say at least
could, it was easy.
if they
Yeah.
could, they would. If white men would accept, I say about 85%.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I
Facts.
say the same percentage of
80%.
girls that have swung both
75%.
ways.
You said 75%. Okay.
ugh.
75%.
Do I hear 80? 80%. Going once, going twice.
Okay, 78.999%. I think
I,
you
I,
got we got it.
I mean,
That's
I've
so
seen
funny.
it. I've seen it. I've heard other people talk about it. And people that work in corporate, they have white
Yep.
men around. Talk about black women flocking to white guys that are open to dating black women.
I got
Go ahead.
My mom
May. I
dated
got
white guys.
yeah. May I got
Oh,
May I got three cousins that are married to white men,
Yeah.
and I have no problem with it as long as they treat them right. I have no problem with it.
Most black men do not care about black women dating or marrying white men.
they
We're
said
happy.
90% in the chat, y'all. 90%.
And
Wow.
that's
Well,
somebody said 100%. Please knock it off.
Yeah, yeah. May. The percent
Anyway,
is 79.999%.
Y'all got me depressed on that. Ugh.
I
Yep.
what is the thing is that you know personally that's why I'm saying that's why I'm indifferent to it. If that's what they want and the white
yes.
men are willing to it, I would love to go out and recruit white men to actually marry black women. Okay, so we can get this shit over with. They can be
Get
Hmm.
it over
happy.
with. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I'm all into making the world more brown and black. You know,
You
all
know,
for it.
make black women happy so they can stop making us miserable. Okay, go
So
do
then why
what
But
you
you
don't,
want
if
to
know,
do.
they
but
want,
you,
if 90% want white men so much, then please explain why they're not doing it.
It's because
Why
white
they
It's
because
like
but
white
you know,
men
they
because
can.
white men don't want them. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, go ahead.
BGS. I wanted to say that the reality I think May is missing is that we live in a we live in a white kind of media dominated culture.
Right.
So if
Yeah.
when you have impressionable children growing up,
Uh huh.
especially you talking about
Uh
young
huh.
females,
Mm-hmm.
they grow up idolizing white males. So for May, so you know, as a black girl, as a young girl, you
Mm-hmm.
weren't turned off by looking at and dreaming about being with a white man. That's a part of every little black girl's childhood. If we want to be just keep it real.
Yeah.
I mean, the man in the man in charge is the most sought after man on the planet, and that's all over the planet. It's not just here. Okay, go to Africa, the same thing. O'Shea was talking about them African women lying about that shit, right? How
Hmm.
about all them white guys running through you folks, okay, through you girls, okay?
Yeah, got West Africans talking about their mixed race.
If they're mixed race or East African, um, they complain about these white boys coming and getting these black women pregnant and then leaving the country, okay, as we speak.
Yeah,
But you complain about African American men or passport bros coming over there trying to love you. Get the fuck out of
yeah,
here, okay? Stop. The thing is, stop lying about it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Be
yeah.
honest
Hey,
with yourself.
BGS.
Yes,
What
sir.
what was that? What was that term? Because I've been trying to remember for a couple years now, but
Uh,
it escaped me. What was the term that you said that came about from white men trying to pick up black women? It was a kind of a colloquial
oh,
saying.
basically, this is something that they should call when white men used to drive down to the black areas back in I say in Harlem, and they were trying to pick up black women or black hookers. They call them honkies.
Mm-hmm.
They would honk the
yeah. The
horn.
honkies,
Yeah,
Um,
the
that's where
honkies.
honky came
Oh, that's
from.
where the term came
That's
from.
what
Okay.
term come. Yeah, white men
Hmm.
trying to pick up black women. That's what we call honkies. Yeah, they come there and
Yep.
honk the horn, trying to pick up black women.
Shit, they were
mm.
going in front of middle schools and high schools during that period of time.
Yeah, they were. Because black bodies were there for sex. Okay, they weren't to marry them
Hmm.
or they weren't actually help raise their children. They didn't care. They were there for
Get the rocks off.
get their rocks off. Yeah, they were concubine.
Yep.
And to disclose
So
the fact, go ahead.
yeah, so May, I wanted her to answer that because do you are you saying that young black girls grow up not idolizing and being attracted to white men? Is that what you're saying?
Ian, I'm embarrassed when 'cause you just brought up something that
Disney
it just
Channel.
came across me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually got a little short on my channel, and I'm talking to my 9-year old daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pissed the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she reports, I want to talk to my daddy because she talks to him on the phone as soon as she gets out of school.
Okay.
And then that's the first thing she said. I want to talk to my daddy and tell him about my day. And then the next thing, when we get in the car, she starts telling me about um, this little white boy
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a little white boyfriend too, not a boyfriend, but a male
See,
friend.
He had
see.
a he had a
Hold on,
crush. Huh? Hey,
wait,
hey,
wait.
hey, hey. Was he a crush?
Was
No,
it
he
high
wasn't.
school or
His name was
college?
Sean, a little blonde hair, blue eyed boy. He was just a little kid. We were little
Mm-hmm.
kids. We weren't romantic. We were just little kids. But we became like buddies. And I
Mm-hmm.
realized that um that's the next thing she says every day. And she wants to tell me like the adventures of them, what they did, what
Mm-hmm.
they. And
Mhm.
she's out, Lyle is his name. Little blonde hair boy. And if y'all have time, you can listen to the little short. I ended it because I was embarrassed. I should have deleted the shit. But
Okay. Why?
I it was an authentic, just quick conversation
Uh-huh.
I had with her in the back of the seat of the car,
Mm-hmm.
and so I asked her, how was your day? And she kept talking about the white boy, and I said, what did I say to her? I said to her, I said, don't you? I said, is he like a little boyfriend or something? She was like, yeah, and I said, but he's not a brother, and she's like, he is a brother, and I'm like, no, he's not. And I said, what color is his hair? She said, blonde. And I said, and what race is he? Is he black or white? She said he's white. I said, okay, he's not a brother.
So why do you send him to why do you send her to a school that's
That's what I was
mixed?
gonna say. I said that in the video. This is history repeating itself.
He's
I'm
Mm-hmm.
very embarrassed because I told her, I said,
all
Belinda,
right.
I got
What?
you
Oh,
black
let
Ken
her
Why?
finish.
dolls.
Let her
I
finish. Yeah.
got you black Ken dolls to play with.
Doesn't matter.
And I said, don't you want him to look like your daddy? And she said, no. I said, oh hell no. I just ended the stream.
Why do you think why do you think Eisenhower forced integration into the schools
Yeah.
so that you would add mix. Okay, that's
But
the
I
first
don't
place.
want my daughter to be
I
like that. You know
that
what I'm
you
saying?
see that doesn't matter what you want. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you want, how come she goes to a mixed school?
I can't. That's what I
Yep.
was gonna say. The local schools are not good enough, so I send her to the white school.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So
May.
That's
so
what my
So
so
parents
so
That's
did.
her
I'm
environment.
doing what my
oh no
parents
no
did.
no hold on. So you put her in the arena where she can add mix. Why you do that and not
yep.
want her to
No,
add
I put her
mix?
to get a good education, not to
No,
socialize with them like that.
you put her in the arena to add mix. Okay.
Yes.
I want to throw some magic in there.
What is the biggest factor in dating and mating, May?
I didn't bought this girl every kind of
Hey,
black
May,
doll,
May,
baby doll.
May, May, May. I
Huh?
asked you a question. Did you hear my question?
Say it again. I'm so distracted. I'm disgusted. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. If you
Say
we're
it
gonna have a
again.
conversation, please listen. Okay.
I'm listening.
Hey,
Okay. What is the biggest factor in dating and mating?
Proximity.
Proximity. Guess what you did to your daughter?
She's a child though, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's the best time.
Let let me ask you. Okay. If say God forbid you adopted a white kid, a white baby, boy or girl, right? Okay, and you raised that boy or girl. Okay, what would the boy or girl grow up acting like?
I'm listening.
No, no, no. Listening, no,
can can I explain it to her if
no,
she
no,
don't
no,
get
no,
it?
no, no. No, she don't want to say because she knows what
Oh,
she already knows the answer. I know that she does. Okay, she's a
hmm.
teacher. She knows exactly what I'm saying. Okay, go ahead
Oh,
and
she's a
give me.
teacher too. Come
Yeah,
on,
she
girl.
no
You
no
know
no
this.
main she's trying. Okay,
You
she's
full of
trying to
shit.
now she's trying to play dumb. Okay, give me the answer, May.
Okay, ask the question again. I'm gonna
Oh
answer.
boy.
No, yeah, no,
No.
you now see now we're deflecting. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if May, because I know you heard the question the first time,
Yes,
and her
ma'am.
husband
Hmm.
adopted a white child, okay, and raised that child from a baby, and that child is young, what's the child gonna grow up acting like?
Black. He gonna act like us.
He's gonna act like us because proximity, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with sending that kid to school. Okay, same thing.
Proximity.
There's
Big Jeff.
that's that's. In fact, I gotta put up. I gotta write my I gotta do my outline for culture for Rom. Okay,
Can, can you play it
most
real
people have
quick,
no
Hey,
clue.
BTS?
May,
You got it.
Big
May,
Jeff.
Can I play what real quick?
That short. My
On what?
daughter. That shit is
I
terrible.
you're short. You want me? What's the name of it?
Um. mm,
It's
we
your
don't
shit.
want to. We don't want to watch it.
It's your short. You don't know the name
Yeah,
of it?
I
May,
don't.
we
I
don't
don't
want to
take
watch it.
myself too serious on my little
What
whatever I do.
why you ask me to play
We
something
don't
I
want to
don't
Okay,
know
see
the
it.
I'm
name
gonna
of?
tell you what it is. Hold on 1 second.
May, we don't want to see it. But I just want to tell you something.
No, I
So
don't.
me being a military brat,
Hmm.
it's
And
harder.
May says she's a military brat. So
I
Oh, so
am.
she know. So me being a military brat, since I went to school in Germany, Hawaii, and a whole bunch of other places, my
hmm
mom said he's living the Martin Luther King dream, and I didn't get what she meant at the time. So she
yeah,
sent me to Chicago and she sent me to Mississippi, and I refused to simulate to those ideas. So
that's
if you
bullshit. But
start,
go ahead.
no, I did
As
not. I
but
did
as
not.
yes
I
you did.
wasn't
Yes you
having it.
did.
I
Yes you
did not.
did. Oh, talking
I
about the
I got
Mississippi.
my
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was mad assimilating to that. And what I noticed is kids can assimilate at a later age and
Hmm.
just go with the flow and learn how people behave and interact. But
Hmm.
when you start a kid off young, like your daughter, and she's already going to those private schools, once you try to send her to a black school, she's gonna have the hardest fucking time, just straight up.
Yeah, she
Hmm.
can't go to. Yeah, at this point, she can't go to a black
Exactly.
school.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
has
yeah.
damn near a British accent,
Exactly.
so no, she can't.
Exactly.
In fact, there was a young black girl that was raised in Japan, right? And she got sent back to the states to the south when she was 14. She said she had a tough time. Okay,
Yep.
trying. She had to cosplay. Okay, to
Yeah,
actually fit in.
yeah.
Okay,
Yep. It's 100%
What you
cosplay.
represented, man.
she had she had to cosplay to actually fit in. She had to put on an accent that had to learn the accent and learn the speech patterns to actually get by.
My
Okay, to
cousin
actually
Rob.
to assimilate. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
But
cousin, my cousin,
you know,
he lived in the
Maryland
One
same.
time,
had
one time, one time, one
Uh,
time.
my cousin lived in the same places
BGS
I
and
did,
May.
and he went to
Hold
Mississippi.
on. Finish up.
Yeah.
And then
My cousin, my cousin had the same background as me. He went to Mississippi. I was visiting for the summer, and he was trying so hard to have the accent, and it was just nasty. It was nasty. I said, "Bruh, I hear through that, and it's gotten better. It's
yeah,
gotten better, but
yeah.
it just ain't.
I
It
mean,
ain't our aunties and uncles and cousins' voice."
you really have to be intentional with it, and you really have to immerse yourself in it to actually come up with that accent. It's not
Hmm.
natural. Okay,
Not natural at all.
and it may
Well,
never be completely natural. Go ahead.
BGS and May. I think because May is a teacher, and
Mm,
so typically, it's proximity, but
yeah.
it's also what they learn, what we learn through literature, and girls are typically more prone to be influenced through language and literature than boys are, right? Because boys learn
Yeah,
more
not really, not
from.
really, not really, not really, not really. My
Well,
my.
well, I mean,
Oh,
well,
go ahead.
okay,
Go ahead and finish. Go
okay.
ahead and finish. Okay.
All right. Well, let me say from a sense of from a romance novel standpoint,
Mhm.
literature,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
talking about Romeo and Juliet type of thing.
Mhm.
A
Mhm.
boy can read that shit and not be phased by it. A girl would read that,
Uh huh.
then she starts getting these pictures about, okay,
It,
this there's a
it,
white
it, it,
boy.
it's because boys are not it doesn't speak to boys. It's not written for boys, so boys are not going to be affected by it. It's not written for them
Right.
in their
Right,
language.
right,
Go ahead.
and yeah, and so black girls through the literature are going to
Hmm.
get more indoctrinated than the boys are.
What if you give the same boy, the same age boy, a porn novel, okay, that's written for him? What do you think it will do to his mind?
Pornographing
Yeah, he's going.
because
Now ideas are going to be rich in his own thoughts are going to bleed into his mind real quick, okay?
Hmm.
Because it's
right,
written
Right,
for him.
right, right. Because
Cinderella.
Cinderella ain't gonna do it. But thing is, we talked about was it
Long Dong Silver.
Long Dong Silver? Yeah. Okay. He might say, "Oh
He'll
shit," he'll like the
he'll
hell out of it.
Black
He'll
Thunder,
identify with that.
Black Thunder.
because
Like
Because
the
May
only
probably knows
reason.
this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. May not probably knows what.
Because May
Yeah.
probably knows it. Like most black women love kind of these romance porn novels and shit. Most black women you know what I'm saying? My ex-wife, she
Mm-hmm.
listen, if she couldn't watch it, she saved that shit to watch.
Tell my scandal.
Tammy said it.
Tell my scandal.
Yeah, yeah, even I'm talking about in the Barbara from back in the
You,
day too.
you're Borgin. You're
Because
Borgin pretty bad.
even
She had the Time Warner box.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're
Over
Borgin pretty bad.
98%.
E,
No,
you're right
No,
even
about
but
that
can you hear
though.
me
They
now?
do do
One
that.
at a time. Yeah. We
all I
got.
was gonna say, man.
No, let him finish his thought. He was Borgin. Finish your thought,
Oh
Ian.
yeah, yeah. So even to a Public Enemy talk about she watched Channel Zeros talking about because
Uh huh.
black men understand that black women idolize white men. We've known that for a long
Oh
time.
Lord.
Yeah.
We just haven't cared, right? We haven't been
Mm.
intimidated by it.
Because we're powerless to do anything about it. Okay,
Right,
Hmm.
that's
right.
why we're powerless to do anything. For centuries,
Remember,
we were powerless to actually do anything about it. If she wanted a white man, and white man agreed to it, what are you gonna do about it? In fact, that's where the redhead stepchild came from. Impregnate her and bring the baby back to him. He had to raise it.
the
Yep.
there was there's a brother on the internet that taught us the rules of relationships named BGS,
Mm-hmm.
and he said black females, we got to go back to the beginning. On
Mm-hmm.
anything you do, you go back to the beginning. Black females were never brought over here to be our wives.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Two, they don't want to be our wives. Three, in order to change this, to change the reality, you have to change the environment.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and
And the way in May's scenario, Elijah Muhammad taught us in the 60s how to change the environment. Either one, you set up your own school, Two, you do homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Hmm.
and all this is in the word kindergarten,
Yes.
The German root of that word.
Mm-hmm.
Kinder means child.
Mm-hmm.
Garden is a place where
Where
what?
you
Fertile
plant
seeds
you
grow.
plant the seeds, and basically if you
Hmm.
go back to the Prussian school system and why they set it up, and the environment they actually learned the school system from the priest, from the Catholic priest. Okay. And how to set it up, how to brainwash children into doing what you want, because they did it with their priests, right? From they brought them
Yep.
in at 4 or 5 years old, and they raised them to think a certain way. So it's
Moldable minds.
multiple minds. So they transferred that into the school system. Okay,
Yeah, they knew that the
Well, you
only
know
way
too.
one
they
at a time. One
Go
at a time. Who's first?
they I'm gonna keep it short. They knew the only way that boys would watch Romeo and Juliet is
Mm-hmm.
by telling us there is a scene with a
The
butt naked
dragon.
woman.
No,
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 a
no,
butt
no.
naked woman.
Would Romeo and Juliet, or the kids die at the end?
Yes, they died at the end, but everybody was waiting to see some breasts.
Romeo and Juliet
That's
was
all that
not.
was about.
Romeo and Juliet was really not about two kids. It's about two families. And Romeo and
Yep,
Juliet is not written for kids.
yep. That's why I didn't get why we watched it in school. I'm just like we
and
Yeah,
read it
and
and
the, and
watched
the
it.
yeah.
and the other part of it is that when you have young black males who are kind of marginalized in terms of education, right?
Mm-hmm.
So women, black women have been more prone to embrace education more so than black
I,
males
I
as
wonder
well.
why. I wonder why.
You see. So are we saying to you, May, because you were about to say that something about literature, but all we're saying to you is that we understand this, and we have tolerated because we understand the systematic nature of the problem that we're having is that when you come out and black women are bad mouthing black men along with it, that's
And
now we gotta pull the cover up and expose all of this and let you
uh,
know that we understand what's going on.
the vast majority of what women and black women learn, all women learn, is not what's in literature. It's actually from what other their circle does. Okay, it's been passed down from woman to woman. Okay,
Right.
and
But
what aunt hold on, like what
okay.
auntie, what grandma, what sister, what my friends do is what they do.
It's all word of mouth.
It's all word of mouth. It's passed down, all word of mouth. And they copy each other.
This
Women
the same
women
way
copy.
the same way the church rules. They don't they don't know what the hell is in the Bible, but they go by what everybody else has told them. Mama, auntie, we do
Mm-hmm.
it this way, we do it that way. And the Bible is called culture and tradition.
Mm-hmm. And it's passed. A lot of stuff has been passed down for hundreds of years. Go ahead,
Yep.
man. You want to jump in?
Yeah, two things. Real quick. BGS, it's under my live. If you want, if y'all have time to look at it, it's under my live. It's 9 days ago, and it's just a picture of a dog. What is it? Blue and pink.
Do we
And
really want to watch
it's
that?
got no real color. No real color.
Reading what's my mini me? Is that it?
No, it says "May the Alchemist Live" because I was embarrassed. I didn't even put no picture or nothing on it. It's got a brown striped um cover with a bear hugging
Okay.
a
All
pink
right.
and a blue bear. That's it. It's three
Okay.
3 minutes.
All right. Okay. All right.
Also,
That's it. Three
she
minutes and
feels
30
safer.
seconds.
She feels safer with bears than men.
Ah, here you
No,
go.
no, no, no. You know what? My ex girlfriend had the same picture. They're supposed to. They're almost like teddy bears. That's the way they show love. A pink bear and a blue bear coming together. Okay. In
Yeah,
fact,
that's what it is.
that's what it is. So I know that's what it's because it was sent that by one of my exes. Okay. On a
Yeah.
reach back thing.
Well,
Okay.
it's a replay of what we've all seen before. When the little girl was sat in front of a black doll and a white doll and asked which one
Yeah. Yeah.
was the better doll.
Yeah. It's
It's just a variation on that same thing.
it's the same thing, and then and they replicated that stuff all over the planet, right?
But see, that
Yeah.
It's the
can't be
same thing.
my daughter. That's the problem. That
Why
can't be
My
come
my
why come it
Yeah,
can't
daughter.
of course it can't. Of course it can't be your daughter. But guess what? It is.
yeah.
Anyway, uh,
don't know where my earplug is. Did I even put my earplug? I don't think I did. So it should just be regular sound. Y'all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. One thing, one thing about having your children go to schools where a lot of the people are predominantly, somebody's in the car, so I'm trying to be careful what I'm saying. Somebody's in the car, but I can't get over it. I can't get over it.
RBGS.
This is
Hold
like
on. Let him
kind of
let
like
him
crazy
finish.
karma, bad karma, It's short.
Let her play.
Repeating of cycles. I find myself a little disturbed. My child seems to, in my opinion, have a little boyfriend at school. And the first thing she says when she sees me is, I want to talk to my daddy. Because we always have a daddy conversation in the car. Hush, girl. Mama's talking. And, that's the first thing that's said. I want to talk to my daddy. And then I'm talking. There's no volume because I'm talking on here. You just be quiet when I'm recording. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm trying to record. And so the next thing is I have to hear the adventures of Luna and Lyle. I get to hear the adventures of Luna and Lyle every day, what they did together. They've been in class together. They don't move kids around too much. They keep them in classes together. And so that's the highlight of the day. Where's my daddy? And then she proceeds to tell me about the adventures of Luna and Lyle. Like they're some kind of little couple or something. She don't talk about no little black girls. She don't talk about none of the other girls in the classroom. It's just her and Lyle. They the only ones at the school that matter, apparently. And needless to say, Lyle is not a brother. He is not a brother. No, he's not a brother. What color is his hair? Okay, he's got blonde hair. What color are his eyes? They're brown or blue? Which one? You tell me. They're brown. Okay. So does that sound like a brother to you? No, it doesn't. That's not a brother. That is not a brother. Lyle is what? Is he black or white? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have to get you a Jamal or somebody in your life. You hear me? Jamal, Jermaine, something. Why? I done bought you black Ken dolls, girl. I done brought you black Ken dolls. What's going on? You don't want it, Luna. What you mean? Don't you want somebody to look like your
Oh
daddy?
man.
Hold
Huh?
on. Let him finish.
Oh Lord, let me end the stream. Lord have mercy, Jesus help me. Lord God.
Okay. It's called the Prussian school system for a reason. Okay.
Right,
It's the best brainwashing system they've ever come up with. Guess what you
right,
sent your daughter into?
right. Today's Friday. I could fix that by Monday. The way you fix it, take her and enroll her in that all black Nation of Islam school and watch what happens.
And that's why that's
If
why I
you,
am how I am. I went to Nation of Islam at
even
16.
if you did it, it's going to take years. She's
Right.
9. How long she been in that school
To
system?
deprogram and reprogram.
And you can't. In other words, by the time she gets to age 7 or 8, okay, it's almost too late to actually do it because it's embedded already.
Ingrained.
It's embedded. That's why they want you to start having the kids in the school at 5 years old. Okay, from 5 to 7 is the most critical point. That's the educated kid. Okay, you actually embedded the operating system into that kid.
Here's the key to life.
Hmm.
You are your environment. You are your environment. You are your environment.
Hey, Raw, if you don't want to come up here, man, shut up. Okay, you don't want to come up here and engage. Shut up, man. I don't want to hear that crap. Okay, because you're. I'm gonna be nice. Okay, I'm not.
What did he say?
I don't know why you guys engaging on the pro black stuff because we black. God damn it, that's why.
Yeah, we black people. I want
That's
my
why.
daughter to want
That
somebody
should
like
be
her
obvious.
father.
Don't you want your people that look like you to win? That's why
Yeah,
we fucking pro black. Does it make sense to you?
makes sense to
Y'all
me.
y'all can't be. I mean, I believe that the train can be slow, but it can't be that goddamn slow. Okay, in my opinion. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
getting irritated with you goddamn pedestrians sometimes. Y'all can't be this motherfucking slow, okay? I'm sorry. It's
yeah,
called
man. I
logic.
want
Didn't
you.
walk
I
BGS.
want
Just
you.
ride the short bus.
I've seen a little bit of your argument with Ramil and them earlier on Keep It 100. I've seen a little bit of it, but y'all ain't never come alive. I didn't see it.
I have no idea. I have most of the time. Okay, if your message was cogent and effective, it was spread. How come it hasn't? You know, SBE's been around a good 4 or 5 years. How come it hasn't spread?
It's
Because
not
it makes no
effective.
sense. Because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
The shit doesn't
Until
work.
women see the environment and see something on news, they don't care about it. Their own media has to tell them,
Uh,
so they adjust to it.
the,
They don't care
the,
what you're
the,
saying.
the only thing that will affect the media and the social media and stuff like that is the physical environment, right? Which is
Right.
changing right now, which I knew it would. Okay, so I was telling Obsidian, I said, don't worry about it, okay? Because I know the trajectory that the United States is on. It will change, and they will have no choice. My thing is with the black guys, are you going to actually want these chicks back when they come back to the table? That was my thing, okay? Because they will come back. They're already back, and most guys don't want them.
Right.
And that's the
And
problem.
man,
That's why come they're having this romance, this so-called romance recession, right? Well, I just saw a chart. 60% of you guys from 30 and under have never been on a date and never had sex. Okay, 60%. Why?
and man,
Uh,
like I if your daughter likes white boys, I want you to train her to get the best one and make that whole family black and brown. Lower the percent, higher the percent, engage in wealth building. Just saying, I'm not against y'all dating white guys. It's my
Sir, that
conclusion.
is
I
not
mean,
happening. That's
No.
not happening. It's
you
not
don't, you don't,
happening.
you don't know that because I've seen plenty of black women.
My whole lineage of women have
Hmm.
all been with black men.
Yeah,
Not one person in my family ever said, not one woman ever said, "Get you a white man, girl." We don't have them kind of conversations. But then
I should have
again, I
seen
have a
that
lot of
curly
family
hair,
that's
light skinned
from the
boy in your
and,
Jamaican
family, and
and
bloodline.
I've seen the white women raised the exact same way. Don't you go in any place near Negroes, okay? Guess what they do?
build that curiosity.
That curiosity. So
Yep.
Who, the white girls?
Yep.
yeah,
Fuck around,
yeah.
have Patrick Mahomes.
And go
Well,
back, yeah, go back and have had nothing but I love my chocolate, okay?
I'm disgusted, and everything I did with the dolls and all that, it's not worth
Well,
representing.
okay. So why do you put her? I said this like 15 years ago, right? Because I talked to pro blacks, right? About I wanted to have a pro black environment and blah 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 blah. I said, where the fuck do you send your kids to school?
Right.
Well, we
Black
send them to
black people.
we hold on. Can I
Go ahead. Go
finish?
ahead. I'm sorry, brother. I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't
I
know.
said, I said, I said, I said, you send your kids to the Prussian school, white Prussian school system to learn, right? Why do you do that? Because we have to work and earn money. And
Right.
shut the fuck up about what you want your kids to be, okay? When you
Right.
send them to so-called the oppressor school system to learn to be an oppressor. What do
Right.
you think they're actually
Hmm.
going to
What
learn? Come on.
what the hell you expect? Black people are the only people on the history of the planet Earth and in the universe that send their children to be taught by their enemy.
Hey, every basically every country on the planet, right? If you want to go to school, guess where you got to go? You got to go to
The
where the Diamond
oppressors.
Society
Right.
sends your kids to school. Okay,
Do you
I
see
don't know one. Go ahead.
does anybody see Jewish parents sending their children to German schools?
Yes, they did all the time.
They
Still
do.
do.
They
Oh,
They
did.
still
hell
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
they
They
do.
still do. They still
What
do.
y'all
Do
mean?
it.
They go to Jewish schools.
No, no,
See,
No.
they go to Jewish schools on the weekend, but guess where they go
yeah,
Monday through Friday?
public.
Public schools.
Yeah,
And they're
like
spoiled.
yeah,
Oh,
I
And
went
they're
to
spoiled
that's
well,
that's
the
One at a
I
time,
went
one at a
to
problem
time, one at
public
a
is
time,
school first.
one at a time. Who's first? Who's
me.
first?
that's the
That's
problem is
I'm
Okay.
gonna take
Hey,
it.
hey, hey,
like
hey, hey! Somebody's speaking. Hold on, Leon. Go ahead, bro. You're first. Go ahead.
that's American schools. That's not German schools though.
no, they
Yeah.
were in German
You
schools.
Say
have
that.
Secularism.
you have Jewish people in Germany to send their kids to
Oh,
public schools. Okay,
right. Okay.
today,
Okay. Yes, sir.
today.
That's been
Right.
secularism for a long time.
Mm.
You have Palestinians when they were actually together sending their kids to public
Israelites.
Israel schools. Yes.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
think the major issue is that people only focus on the upper class Jewish. They don't. They're in your public school. There's working class people. They're not all upper class. A lot
Okay.
of broke ones out there.
If you go to Germany, how many Jewish universities are there in Germany?
They were
Zero.
all
Huh?
Zero.
No, no,
originally. They were
zero.
all.
So if you want to send your kid to a university, where you have to send them?
German.
Exactly. If you want to, if you're Jewish, you want to send your kid to a university, where you send them to a white American school system, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
It's bullshit. In other words, you send your kids in the same school system that everybody else goes into. Okay. Even
Yeah.
Native
Hey,
Yeah.
Americans
and to
send their
add
kids
to
to
that,
public school systems. Go ahead.
That's true.
BGS, ain't it true that there's foreigners in these other countries that are teaching their people, the locals, English?
You're Borging, so
Foreigners
Yeah, I
send
say
their
like,
eh,
ain't
eh,
there foreigners going over there to these other countries teaching these people English?
you know why they teach people English?
socioeconomic.
No, it's because English is the language of what? Commerce.
Yeah. So
Yes. So
socioeconomic.
so you have Chinese people that speak English. Okay, why? If you want to do business outside of China, you better know how to speak English. You have Japanese people that learn English as a second language. Why is that? You want to if you actually want to do business outside your own sphere, you got to learn English.
Yep. That's true.
and that's
We
and
about
that's
to have to
after
One
learn
at a time. One at a time. One at a
Chinese.
time. Yeah,
and
one at a
that's
time. Go ahead.
and that's after they got bombed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that idea that we got to do like these other ethnic groups, the other ethnic groups are doing just like us.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, and that's why
But Big
it's
Hill, you can't talk because you went to the same type of school yourself.
who
We all
talk
did.
what I didn't say I didn't,
So then
but
what are
I
we supposed to do when we
but
want better schools and better opportunities
pay
Build
and
them.
for
we're
them.
not
No,
black?
Build them.
pay for
But see,
them.
you did not.
I did not what?
You did not. You went to a white predominant school.
Yeah,
So
but
then,
he
No,
didn't.
no, 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 hold
He
on a second. Hold on. So basically, so my black school in my neighborhood was teaching something different than the white school.
Yep.
I'm asking May. You
I
were a
mean, I don't
teacher.
know. You tell
No,
me.
no, you're a teacher, right? Okay. You have a curriculum, right? That's standard, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Same thing in the black community. You have a standard curriculum. I learned more about black people and slavery in the white
in
school than
high
I did,
school.
than I did in the black school. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, do you do understand what it's like when you're trying to get a quality education for a child? You may have to go into a different environment.
You
You
know
you
we
get that.
you know how many reading books when I was in kindergarten and first grade that had black people in it?
Zero.
Zero. Okay.
But the difference with BGS and myself, I went to the finest, the best prep school in the world, and it's 30,000 a year today per student.
To Marcus Garvey.
No,
Where'd you go?
it's Holland Hall in Tulsa.
Okay. Is it all black?
If no, it's white, lily white.
What?
And the difference between the
Yeah.
difference with me and BGS,
Mm-hmm.
BGS and myself, we did not accept their ideology. We came
The
out of their
dominant the
ideology.
dominant white culture won't allow black men
Well,
to readily
the,
accept
the,
it.
the, the thing is, I went to elite school, so the thing is, I was not trained to look at the world from a pedestrian point of view, right? Okay, I look at the world as it is. Why do you teach certain people certain things? Okay, so when I look at white people, okay, when I went to white schools, I said I was actually smarter than 90% of them. Okay, this is what I came up with. These
Right.
motherfuckers ain't smart. So when I
No.
look at a white man, I look at him just like anybody else. Motherfucker, I'm
Right.
smarter than you.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
Because I was in their elite classes. I went to school with kids that went to Caltech, Stanford, Berkeley.
Harvard.
I had Harvard. I had 8 of my classmates that went to military academies. Okay, Air Force, Army, and Navy. Okay,
Yep.
elite schools. Okay, so I know I was in the classes with them. Okay, and 90% of the white boys couldn't be in my class. That's the difference between me and them. Yeah. So I'm not intimidated by white people at all.
That's the difference.
1954
Mm-hmm.
Brown versus Board of Topeka education
Mm-hmm.
to integrate the school system happened because of why? It happened because what you had on the black side of town, you had schools leaning, raggedy shacks, no air conditioning, and outhouses. Then you had across town, you had rich white schools with swimming pools, everything brand new. The black school was in such bad condition. The first week of school was taking the gum out and erasing the pencil marks
And
from
the old books, yeah.
from the old books from the white schools. Why did they integrate the schools? Because in our raggedy black school, we were producing more inventions than white kids. Black kids are naturally smarter than white
Yeah,
kids.
you had a
And
few you had a few that did, but the thing is that
Yeah, yeah,
the vast majority of your people were uneducated. Okay, the vast majority of black people. Okay, you had a few that would rise to the top.
and
Okay,
right,
majority were black men.
right,
but the majority of your go back and look at your stats. The majority of people of black people are actually undereducated,
right.
vastly. Okay,
It used
and most black men could not read. Okay,
used to
back
be
then.
illegal for us to be able to read.
If
And
you want to
you
read and you want to learn, you're going to get out of
it,
certain
it,
southern
it,
states.
it was never in, even in northern states, you were never intended for you to read. Okay,
Yep.
Right,
you're there because it was unnecessary for you to read, and most
right,
black inventions didn't come from school. It's come from you having to do the fucking work. Okay,
right, right.
and figuring out
From
ways
the
around
field.
from the field, the ways around things. Okay,
Hmm.
that's where the inventions came from. It didn't come from books.
Right. No, it came from black ingenuity.
It came from it came from you having to work with the shit on the ground and
Right.
have to
Your
figure out a
hand.
way around it with your hands. That's where it
Right.
came from. What
Natural
is it?
inborn genius.
Necessity is the mother of what?
Invention.
Invention. That's
Invention.
where you
Is
got it from. Okay.
chaos to create
And,
order.
and most of your knowledge of working with the physical world came from black people. That's what
Right.
you actually brought here for.
Yeah.
Them
And
them old them old men on the corner say, "Come here, young brother. Do it like this."
Yeah. But
one
hmm
the other point I wanted to posit was too of the difference between the black male coming out of elite school and the black women is that you had so May you had to factor in masculine and feminine nature. The feminine nature is more malleable socially, and that's different from like as BGS said, men are more competitive. So when a man comes into an environment, one of the reasons black men don't readily also assimilate is because that competitive nature, right?
Right.
If he has that competitive masculine nature, he's not prone to be to accept the whole socialization program where the black woman she and by her nature
yeah.
she wants
She's
to be part of
submissive.
the
She
socialization.
she wants to connect with the dominant order. It's because that's
She's
Yeah,
more
her.
yeah,
easily
But
subsumed by it.
because that's her. Because that is part of her biology.
Like
Yeah.
like
Connect
some
to actually connect.
like somebody said, females are like moss. They will attach themselves to a good tree or a bad tree.
To survive. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I was inspired by W.E.B. Du Bois, The Souls of Black Folk, and he talked
Okay.
about, how he grew up in a predominantly white environment, but it
Mm-hmm.
actually fueled him, as you said, BGS,
Mm-hmm.
to want to be better, to show off on them, you
Mm-hmm.
know, to
Yeah.
to be 10
And
times better.
and
And that makes you walk differently in life because you've already
and
conquered them at an early age.
and the reason that your black bourgeoisie were had to become so-called pro-black is because the white people wouldn't accept them. Plessy versus Ferguson. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Separate but equal.
Separate but equal. Y'all still black. That one drop rule. Okay. Y'all still
Hmm.
black. So you're not accepted up here with the rest of us good white folks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Y'all
because he
can't
was
come up here
mulatto,
with
correct? He
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 was a mulatto.
he was
Yeah.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
was, but
so
he always said he stood behind a veil and he could see that he was different. And they always showed him his difference.
no shit.
He's the beginning of what we now know as the tragic mulatto.
I
The
mean, the
angry
tragic
well,
mulatto.
well,
mulatto.
That was always the case for offspring of the white slave master. It was always the case. Same thing with what's his name, the other guy. His,
Booker
his,
T? Or
Booker T.
No. Oh yeah, yeah,
He was a mulatto too. He was actually
yeah.
the offspring of a slave master. Okay, mulatto too. Just raised
But what
differently. One was
you
enslaved and
also
one was not. Go ahead.
you also have, again, when you're saying
And
these
Booker T was
things.
more of an apologist for white people than Du Bois was.
Mhm. And so when you're saying these things, when you talk about the average black male,
Uh huh.
because these were exemplary black men, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
the average black male, you have to look at it in terms of the white man, whether he's mulatto or not. The white man is not going to allow you to be part of the socialization process.
Okay, why the fuck were you brought here in the fucking first place? To make money for white men. When did that
Yeah.
shit
Exactly.
stop? In
Exactly.
1962. That's when this shit stopped. Then they had to figure out
Legally.
what the fuck to do
and
with
and
you.
and
Okay.
but let me add this, the other, and so the other half is that the black female has never gotten that same pushback with regard to not being white, because the female doesn't represent the
She's not a
race.
threat.
So,
She's not a threat.
Women's roles are
No,
different. Yeah.
she's not a threat. Males are a
right,
threat. Okay, males are a threat to overturn the social order. Males are a
right.
threat, not the women.
Now,
Yeah.
there's two sides.
Men can murder you.
Uh,
Women
uh,
really can't.
men's are arms bearing, women are baby bearing. Okay, they're two different
Right.
roles.
Yeah.
That's why
But
feminism was actually instituted in the '70s to keep white men from actually overturning their actual society.
there's two sides to everything. There's the power side, which is
Mm.
masculine, and then there's the nurturing side, which is feminine. And that's what the schools and the churches do. They slant their narrative to what? When they want a
A docile society.
a
Yeah.
feminist docile society, then
Mm.
they do like these preachers do and preach the feminine side of Jesus and the Bible and not the power side.
Why do you think right now they're taught about making boys more in touch with their feelings
And their
and
feminine
all
side.
getting their feminine side, and women have to be get these boys to actually engage with the blah blah blah. They're trying to soften the boys because the boys are rejecting the status quo right now.
but we and too, one thing you have to, like what I read, the part of the incidents of the life of a slave girl, so this black girl, she wasn't mulatto, but
Hmm.
she said, right, because this is a slave narrative. So when she grew up, she wrote her about her life. So
Okay, of
as when she was a slave. So she said she didn't know that she was a slave as a
course
female.
not.
You,
Of
you,
course
you
not.
see what I'm saying? So
Right.
May, you have to factor in, and black women, because they want to pretend like they're so pro black, they're doing it with they have a huge blind spot, not realizing
Some,
your
some,
idea of pro black is not the same as a black man.
some of them do, but the thing is, your elite women, especially in these freaking uh, uh, colleges and universities, hide that shit. Okay, they
Hmm.
don't want black men to actually ascend and get power.
Right.
Okay,
No.
on purpose.
Right.
What does Ian mean? What do you mean that some black women get the wrong idea of black
Okay, so
or black?
BLM. Okay, so take BLM for example.
Well, that's
why
a
They
use
joke.
why
they
why do
thought
you use
they
them?
they thought that they were the cream of the crop black activists on the planet.
No, they
Turn
didn't.
around, they got white women, girlfriends and shit. They don't give a shit about
they,
black men,
they,
bro. That's
they,
that's that's
they
cream of the
were
crop.
they were astroturf from the very beginning. They knew Soros. That was Soros's money funding them.
Well,
That's
yeah,
a
Ian,
yeah,
can you
lie.
pick?
yeah.
Ian, can
I
you
mean,
pick?
but
That's a
but
lie. They
Ian, can you
knew.
pick
Okay.
a
Kool Aid
different
One at a time.
drinking.
One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. Go ahead.
Ian? Pick a
but
different
understand.
one. A
Go
different
ahead.
example.
Okay, a different example. Okay, say for instance, okay, so you had what's the lady who used to write about lynchings and shit? What's her name? Um,
Hey, Raw, calm down, man. Stop. Okay.
what's what's the lady who used to write about lynchings?
Right. Right.
Hamer.
Right.
Come
What
Now,
on,
about Lynch?
Was it
Who
Fannie
is the
Lou? No.
lady that
Fannie
used to
Lou,
Oh,
write
Fannie Lou
about
Hamer, right?
lending?
Yeah, yeah, family love.
Fannie
No,
Lou.
Jesus
Yeah.
Oh,
Christ,
without sanctuaries?
man! I'm
Talking
talking
about
about
Hamer, talking about hanging, the
no. I'm
lynching.
talking.
Oh,
She used to
you
write
you
about
talking
Yeah,
about?
the
lynching.
anti-lynching. I think
No,
it
no,
was
no,
family
no.
love.
Her name
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
You talking about Harriet Tubman?
No,
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 no.
no, no, no.
The
No,
The
God.
anti-lynching
writer,
laws.
the writer
Oh,
wrote
right,
about
She,
lynching.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's
Okay,
a
all
fat woman.
right.
It's a fat woman that died prematurely.
No,
That's
no, 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 no. Okay, all
it's,
right, okay. I try to
It
use that example.
doesn't matter. Just
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
talk about it.
but so she wants a better example. But let me
Ida B.
just
Wells.
explain it.
and
Let
yeah,
me just
Ida B. Wells.
explain it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's who it
I
was.
looked
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
up.
Ida
I
B.
didn't know
Wells.
it.
Yeah,
I did not know
Ida
it. I
B.
looked it
Wells.
up.
Yeah.
Ida B. Wells. Ida B.
Mm-hmm.
Wells. You had what's the other Sojourner Truth. So what I'm saying is their idea of pro blackness, right, was
Mm-hmm.
limited because of the fact is they were like, okay, let's have women's rights. So what I'm saying is the women's idea of pro blackness is limited because
Yeah.
you guys
And
don't look
we're
at
gonna
the
go
at
about 20 more minutes, guys, because um, Art has
Art
this
needs
thing going. Yeah. So we
you
got
got
20 more minutes. We go ahead.
you guys neglect to see the greater picture, right? Because I don't think it's in a female's nature to see the bigger picture the same way because as men we know that we're under threat. We look deeper into the nuances nature of white supremacy where under threat in the same way your minds don't develop to see the pitfall. So that's why you had Sojourner Truth and you had I forgot her
Ida B. Wells.
name. You just said
Yeah.
they yeah they wouldn't have any problem kind of like selling out the pro black movement in favor of trying to lifting up white women because they didn't see the pitfalls. And I'm
Well,
not putting down you the nature that black men
And
live
shorten it
gives
up,
us
Ian.
a better insight, huh?
Just shorten it up a little bit so people can, yeah,
Yeah,
can actually
I
interact.
could reframe it for me. The
And
I,
what he's saying is that black men and women have never lived in the same environment under the same threat. Okay,
no.
so our is actually going to be different than ours. Okay, and there's always been differences between camps of pro black people. Okay,
Hmm.
Garvey versus Du Bois. Basically, Du Bois is actually an integrationist, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So was what's his name? He was also the same way about integrating, right? Garvey was the exact opposite. Okay, that's why they got rid of his ass. Okay,
yeah.
we ain't trying. We trying to integrate, boss. We ain't trying to be separate. Okay,
Hmm.
we ain't trying to revolutionary separatism like you trying to preach. Okay, that's why they
Yeah.
got rid of him. Okay.
Right. And that's why more people went with King than Malcolm X.
Yeah, it's because the thing is separatism is not going to work in this country, right? It never has. You can look
No.
at Israel and Gaza right now. The shit don't work. Okay,
And
Every time you try it,
show me a place
it
where,
goes left.
unless you got enough people, enough arms, and enough people
enough
actually fight back against
resources.
it. Yeah, resources that fight back against that. Yeah, guess what?
Right.
This shit, it's not going to fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Right.
Tulsa, we have Durham, North Carolina, all these different places that like where black people through history have tried to quote unquote make their own thing or do their own thing. They've been murdered for it. So
Let's put
good
it away.
luck.
Nazi Germany had 50 million people and eliminated how many people? About 20, like 15 million people, right? Which is more than the total of black Americans in America, okay?
Hmm.
If they had wanted to exterminate us, guess what they could have done?
Light work.
Light work, okay? And the only reason that they went the other way is because
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower went to those camps and saw that shit and saw what happened, and Nazi Germany said, "We are not that."
Nope.
That's right. Right after he came back and integrated the armed service. Okay,
And man, Eisenhower
we're
and,
not going to take that we're not going to take that final option. Okay,
yeah, and
that's the
Eisenhower was mixed.
If you can prove that he was mixed, please show me. Okay,
Yeah. All right. I'll have
please
to
show me
do
because
that.
everybody says this shit, but ain't nobody got no proof. Okay,
Yeah.
show me his black parents. Okay,
Or one
Y'all,
of
I want to
or one
ask
of
a
his
quick
grandparents.
question about
all
the
right.
SBE real quick. Um,
Okay, go
kind of,
ahead and answer.
sorta. I'm a married. I want to see what y'all say. This is gonna tell me a lot.
What's
I'm a married
SBE?
woman.
Okay,
I'm a married woman, right?
okay.
Um, I want y'all to tell me what my jurisdiction is. What black men do I need to be concerned with, or
Your
the what is my jurisdiction?
your
That's what I want to
family,
ask you.
your husband and your family. That's your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Yep. And where you
I
want
don't.
your daughter to be at the
Yeah,
end of the
and
day.
if you're outside the family, your job and your associates.
Hmm.
You have to develop a form of courting, and don't let your daughter just freely date. You know.
Okay.
So if you
The
just let her
thing,
freely date, the outcome would be
the
the
thing, the
outcome.
thing
Like two of
is
my cousins that went to
the
Florida State,
environment you
out of
the
state
envi-
tuition. They went out.
the environment that you put your kids in is what product is actually going to turn out. Okay. You don't want them to
Yep.
turn out a certain way. Don't put them in that environment. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely. I already told my husband I want to move her middle school. Definitely, I'm gonna let
Okay.
her stay. We're gonna let her stay elementary school, but I discussed with him middle school. We're gonna have to do something different.
You want
And
to put her
I'm
around some
nervous because
niggas.
what y'all said, once you're corny, because you've been around white folks, is difficult. But I gotta find some.
I can never understand corny. Okay, what does corny mean?
Well,
Oh, trust me, she's corny.
It's only something corny in the black community. Okay.
She
mhm.
said stuff like "gee whiz" and yeah, real. It's real.
No.
Acting
So,
white.
Why is that corny?
What corny?
To whom?
Really
What
want
Her
corny
the
is?
expressions
newest.
are
All black
cheesy.
people have used the term "gee whiz" at some point. So
What?
let's
Okay. So
Yeah, that's not what it is.
if you put a black kid like me in a white environment, guess what he's gonna sound like when he comes out the other end?
anyway.
Sound tickling.
And I work with black people, so I'm not anywhere near what I used to sound like. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes work
M-
though. And me and my
May,
husband,
since
we just
you,
be looking at
s-
each other like, "Oh my
You said
god!" We
you
just
start
roll
with
our
yeah,
eyes.
May,
I'm like, "Oh shit!"
One at a time, you guys. Let her
since your
finish what she's saying.
daughter, oh,
Mm.
Now that's all I was gonna say. Is me and my
okay.
husband like literally like we just look at each other at the same time, like we hear it and we're like, "Oh god," we got to do something.
I
I
mean,
think
I mean, you're a teacher. You know how this shit works. Why you send it to a white school?
I want. I gotta
Ooh,
find her a black Girl Scout troop or something. I gotta find a
it doesn't
counselor.
work like that.
You,
ooh.
okay. There's a
find fast, girl.
hey May, go study the Prussian school system. Okay, please. Okay,
Yeah.
Pressure.
May, so
the
when you're
Prussian.
saying
You ever heard of Prussia? The old country Prussia.
Prussia.
It's
I'm just
SSIAN
trying to make sure I
Prussian.
heard you right. I'm just trying to make sure I
Pr-
heard you right. Pressure.
Prussian
Okay.
school system. Okay, 1812. Okay.
Prussia.
I got it.
so May, what I'm trying to say is, if she's already having those behaviors, she's gonna have more trouble dealing with the girls in the way she
Hmm.
dresses compared to them, and the her mannerisms and all that kind of stuff. If you send her to those schools, unless it's with girls that college time, and they see the real face of white people, but they're in the same class and they all have that thing to them that doesn't align them with the community. Otherwise, I mean, sending her there, she's gonna have more issues with just the black girls in the school,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then the
I
black
know what I'm
boys not
gonna do.
understanding her.
My
Yeah,
friends have a
she'll have to adapt.
Hmm.
well,
She'll have to re-socialize.
there's a black private school. It costs a lot. And my friend, she sends her daughter
Eight
there and
thousand.
it's middle school and high school. And
Mm-hmm.
so I known a lot about the school. They wear uniforms. It's really high quality. It's all
Mm-hmm.
black
Mm-hmm.
everything, black
Mm-hmm.
excellence. I'm gonna send her there. That's what I'm gonna
Okay.
do. And so it's gonna be black kids that are like her.
There you go.
My friend's daughter's corny, so it'll work.
Yeah. Black people like using those words, BGS.
But
And
what is corny?
I want to ask you a question,
Yeah,
BGS.
What
white,
is
Honestly.
corny
white,
when you see corny?
white people. Okay,
White
it's
acting.
corny. White
BGS.
acting is corny. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, BGS, in regards to black women and the fascination of Caucasoid men, on television. When you said that it's a lot of pro-black women at the time, like 11 years ago, when it came out.
Scandal, yeah.
Yes, yeah, and it was a
Yeah,
high rated show, and it's a lot of black and white. Even to every episode, never missed one beat until
I
that part.
know, I know.
Until you said there was a part when I guess the white man's wife said, "Why you have this?"
There's a scene, I think it's in season 4, where there's an emergency, right? And they had to put him and the wife in the bunker. He actually asked Olivia Pope to actually join him, the woman that he loved, right? And she says, "Why is your black whore in here with us?"
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Verbatim. And I
Yeah.
thought
The same
people,
thing. The same thing. Ebony K. Williams went through in real life. She was with
Yeah,
that. She was with
eh,
that white boy
yeah,
until COVID hit, and then
Y'all
that
missed the
white
whole
boy
part.
had a child, and that white boy said, "We breaking up because I got to raise my white child."
no,
mm-hmm.
Y'all
it's
missed the
actually his
whole
kid.
part. Y'all
One
missed the
time,
whole
he
part.
he already had older white children, and she
Yeah,
thought she,
his
yeah,
kid said
and his kid say, yeah, don't bring your white hoe around us, okay? Your
Hey,
black hoe around
BGS, why
us.
did
Go ahead.
everybody
yeah,
miss the whole part that the
Hey,
wife?
one at a time. You guys
uh,
can't talk to each other.
yeah,
One
I
at a
want to say.
time. Finish your thought, chaos.
Yeah, and so really true. There's that scene on season 4, and I wish I could find that scene. And
Mm-hmm.
but one thing is important: if there's a scene that came out there, and not one woman made no remarks during social media, which was around at the time, that tells their compliance, say, "I want to be the next side
Oh,
chick." And I said,
what,
"Baby, you play your position pretty well. I love your silence."
why do you think Bridgerton was so popular? Okay, because there's black women mating with white men. Nobody said shit. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
just wanted to tell y'all.
fantasy.
I was net. I just want to tell y'all. Y'all missed the whole part. It, at season 4, the president's wife, the first lady, just randomly said it when they were in the bunker, meaning she knew the whole time.
Yeah, she did.
Hmm.
Of course she
And I
did.
think that's the part that people are really missing.
No,
Yo,
no,
yo,
no.
hey, I
She knew
watched
from the
that.
fucking beginning. She knew.
Hmm
Okay, she
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah,
She
because
knew.
remember
BGS,
that they had the scene where
BGS,
One
homeboy
day,
showed her.
why
hey,
am I
y'all can't speak at this one time. One is,
BGS?
yes,
Why
sir.
am I the only guy that hasn't watched Scandal on this panel, bro? What's going on here?
It's because you wasn't around
That's
a lot of
Stevie.
pro black women. Okay, otherwise you'd have watched it. Okay.
The guy was in college when that came on. That's why I know about it. So it
And uh,
was
and uh,
religion.
uh, and all my pro black women actually talking about the shit every week. Okay,
That shit was religion.
it
Really?
was a religion. Yes.
Hell yeah. Shit. Them they had class discussions on that.
Oh yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
was crazy. Hmm.
Anyway, somebody else want to get in? We got to go in about closing thoughts. As a matter of fact.
I would like to say my closing thoughts is May set her up with that white boy and have some black babies. Yes, right. And make sure that family got some money. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
we can assimilate
nah,
some of that wealth to the
No,
black
no,
community. You know what
no.
I'm saying?
Kids are like
nah.
kids are
Yeah.
like the father, so that's not gonna work.
You know what? You just think that's why I get tired of talking to pro black people because they say they're pro black and they want a certain outcome and they do dumb shit. Okay. And then when you call them on it, well, we it's a better school and we can't afford it. And
We
I
ain't got
don't want to
no
hear.
choice.
You went your damn self. How
Shut
dare
the.
you? How dare you? You went your damn self.
How dare we what? Okay.
You went yourself. How you gonna talk smack?
Hey, let me ask you. Did I send myself to that school?
It don't matter. You were there,
Did I send myself to that school?
man.
Did I send myself to? I was 9 years old. Did I send myself to that school?
You might
Mm,
not have, but
Did
you are
did I
better than
send myself to that school?
no.
Thank you.
Am I crying about a freaking outcome of my kids? Am
Yeah, I'm
I?
not. I'm not
Am I?
taking
Am
that.
I?
I'm
Am
not
I?
taking.
Am I
I'm
crying
not.
about that? Do I cry
mhm.
about that?
I'm gonna fix it
Hey,
though.
No, no,
she
no, no, no,
expect
no,
you to
no,
be
no. Hold on,
Huey from
whoa, 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 whoa,
Boondocks.
whoa. Hold on, y'all get out the way for a second, all right? You
Sure.
hear me crying about my kids going to whatever school they go to?
Mm.
No.
About I don't that I don't want my daughter marrying a white boy, shit like that.
What kind of
My
school
hey
your
hey hey
son
hey
going
hey
to?
hey 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 hey.
God damn.
Your grandson.
My son is married to a Latina. I don't
Mhm.
give a shit.
I said
Exactly.
your grandson. What kind of school does he go to?
Right now he's going to an academy. It is black, but that's his preference.
Hmm.
Oh, it's black. Okay.
How old is he?
And he's 13, okay,
Okay.
and he's gone to private schools just about his whole life, except for like a couple years, okay. He's gone to black private schools, okay,
All black.
all black,
Yeah,
yeah.
there are good black schools like BJS. You know the family that owns the
Uh-huh.
what is the nursing school? The first nursing school in Baltimore. The
I don't know, I don't know it.
you know the word. What was the Tuskegee?
Oh, Tuskegee, yeah, okay.
Okay, I know that whole family. You know, her
Yeah,
dad
yeah,
played
yeah.
for the Bullets and all that.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
but they
the most famous black school in the nation is in Los Angeles. Okay.
I thought
yes,
it was
yeah,
Howard.
and those are good schools. But when you look at just how the building is shaped, and y'all start caring about that, and other than what they can get educated, yeah, the white school is always going to look physically better.
I get tired of talking to pro black people about fucking education and the outcomes. Okay, and they start backsliding, and giving me fucking excuses. I get tired of shit. Stop bothering me about this shit if you're not gonna do nothing. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
Quick
Stop
Man,
breakdown.
saying that.
take the best tools that you can get and work with it and shape those kids, okay, for an outcome. Stop
Drop
bothering me about that shit,
drop your bucket where you at.
okay?
But building children is harder than just sending them to a factory.
If your kid gets a chance to go to Harvard or Yale or Princeton versus uh,
Kevin.
name me a school, or name me a black school,
Delaware State.
okay, or even
Howard.
Tuskegee, right? Okay, where you gonna send your
Howard.
kid? Where,
Harvard.
Right.
look at what's her name? She's in Atlanta, what Georgia. What's her name? That ran for governor. Okay,
Hmm.
where
The
did
fat
they
Stacey
send?
woman. The fat woman.
The Abrams? Where did they send their kids? They sent them to a all black school,
If you had a choice between Clark Atlanta or Emory, where you gonna send your kid?
or you have a choice between Yale, Princeton, Harvard, Columbia. Where you gonna send your kid?
Hmm?
What did
Versus the HBCU. Okay,
what did
you gonna send your kid to the best available position for that kid. That's what you're gonna do.
what did Deion Sanders do?
Yeah.
You know what,
Yeah.
BJ? You didn't change your tune 3 times. I'm just gonna
Ha,
let it go.
ha,
How?
oh,
From
eh,
from what to what? From what to
no,
what?
no, no, no. Hold on. She's talking to me. How would I change my tune?
1 minute ago, you said you tired of pro-black
Yes.
sending their kids to white environments and then having to complain or whatever is selling out. Now you
No, I didn't
saying,
say that.
aren't you going to send your kid to
No.
Yale? Isn't that what you want to do?
What did I say?
Make up your
Exactly.
mind,
No,
brother.
no, no. What the hell did I say? Don't call me a nigga again, or we'll get the evil twin. Okay.
I said brother. I said
Okay.
brother.
All right. All right.
Man, you
I didn't
can't
say
even do
Okay.
nigga.
this shit to your husband.
I said
Eh,
brother.
You can't even
Okay.
play these games with your husband.
What did I say exactly?
Don't do the exact thing. The whole
Now, I don't want to
point
hear
is
this shit. I don't want to hear this shit. You, what did I say?
you
Don't
done
come.
went to a white school yourself and
Don't.
you
No.
judging me because I
What did
said
I say?
mine.
I said don't complain if your kid picks up habits by sending them into a white environment. Okay.
Right, but
If
then
you
you're gonna turn
now,
around and say, well, of course you send them
listen
to
to what I'm
Yale.
saying. If I didn't want my kid to be pick up from a white environment, would not send my kid to that school. Simple. I don't care. I want the best available
That's what
education
I
for my
mean.
kid. Okay. Period.
That's what I mean.
What's what you mean?
That's what you mean.
You got two different
No,
things
no,
in your
I
head.
don't.
No,
No,
he
I
does.
don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
I never. I don't
I'll
complain.
rewatch it.
I don't complain if my
About the
little
outcome.
about my little girl talked about my best friend is a blonde haired blue eyed white boy. I don't care.
Remember, BJ said has no problem of the dating out.
I I want a powerful
Yep.
black kid. That's what I want. Okay.
Yep. Stop policing.
When my daughter
Right.
went to a preschool, she taught by Japanese people at a Montessori school.
Hmm.
Ah, yeah. I like the Montessori model. Is that the same Terrence from the other day? Is this the Terrence?
It probably is. Why?
God
He-
damn man.
Hell
Terrence, are
yeah.
you the same Terrence from the other conversation?
Hell yeah.
You know, One,
What
one, what,
you are
what I'm.
nice today. I like this
Yeah,
I
Terrence.
was
You're
nice the
nice.
other day. You missed it. You switched the narratives.
That's all it is. In other words, he was digging on you because he gives the same energy that he gets. Okay. Yesterday you were doing all kind of crazy shit. The thing is, just like you're trying to do it now. Okay. Well, BGS, you changed. I know I didn't change my goddamn mind. Okay.
Not at
I
all.
said what I was very plain and clear about what I said. If you
I'll go
want to,
back and watch it. I'll go back and watch it.
I'm telling you
Um,
I'm telling you what the hell I said
okay.
for,
I'm gonna.
for like the fourth time. What does it take? The fourth time.
He's got
Mhm.
witnesses.
I said I'm gonna rewatch it. I don't try to be right all the time. I'm gonna
Yes, you
rewatch it.
do. Oh, stop. You do try to be right all the time. Stop that shit.
I told you the other day in the comments that I was wrong. Remember I told you that
Yeah,
I was
yeah. After you found out that you were wrong, but you try to be right all the time. Stop it.
okay. Okay.
Know it all when I see one.
I'm
And
gonna do this though. I'm gonna have a live for some women on my little channel later point, and I'm gonna
That's
actually
good.
investigate this. Just some random black women that I kind of hang around in
oh,
YouTube, and I'm
yeah.
gonna actually ask them a bunch of questions about how they feel about white men because I have a feeling I'm gonna
Yeah,
learn
are,
something.
will they tell? Well, the thing is, will they
They
tell the
tell you
truth
the
though?
truth. They're gonna lie
Mm.
to you. They got a
Yeah.
term called
Yeah.
politically
You,
correct.
May, you know
Especially if they're
black.
college bred black women.
Hey, May,
They will lie.
you know black women lie all the time about what they really
I
do.
call it confessions, and they actually do come and start telling their business. I think they'll tell me.
I hope. Good luck. That's
We
all
be
I can tell
telling
you.
some
Hmm.
stuff.
Good
So
luck
Good
I
with
think
that.
luck. In public too? Are you kidding?
Man, let's end
You
this, man. You're
go
a
ahead.
nurse. You're a nurse. Come on, stop
nurse,
this. Like
nurse.
okay, whatever you want to label your status as, but you're a nurse. Okay,
I
stop
don't
it.
know what that
Eh,
means.
eh, But I'm seriously tired of pro black people talking that shit and sending their kids in an environment and expecting different outcomes. Okay, I'm
And
tired of hearing that shit. Okay,
and doing the
do something
opposite.
and doing the opposite. Stop it. Okay.
I hear you. My closing thought is this, real
Mm,
quick. I think SBE is something that does work, and I think that if we all figure out what our actual jurisdiction is, married, single, or otherwise, the world would be a better place when we're kind of minding our own business. That's all.
bullshit. Don't work that way.
Hmm.
Never has worked that way. Bullshit. Then
I can't shame
the,
without power.
the structure and environment determine the outcome and activity of the people, right? Always has.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Good
Never
night, y'all.
fails. All right. Peace. Anybody closing thoughts? We out of here. Closing
Uh,
thoughts? Anybody? Going once?
appreciate you having me up here, man. I've been around in a minute. Glad to be back. Been
All right.
busy.
Oh, ambassador. Is that ambassador?
Nah, this J Max.
Okay, J Max. Okay.
No,
All right. Oh, J
I
Matt. All
don't know if
right.
this mic.
Yeah. My
Okay.
final thoughts is that the conversation would have been mad great up in here if May never showed up.
And you guys like to talking to her, man. Stop.
No, we don't. We
Yes,
don't.
yes, you do because always
We could have been
May.
talking
No, no,
about
no, no, no. May. It's always
Germany,
May. No, we could talk about
France,
all kind.
IBS.
That is for Patreon. Okay.
May was on good behavior, and she was
She was.
stimulating
Nah,
tonight. She was stimulating
nah.
tonight.
Anytime a woman gets on the panel, everybody wants to talk to Mama. Okay. Mama.
Yeah.
What about this?
Mama.
Mama. What about that? Mama. That's why I don't allow a lot of them all the time on panels. Is because you guys
Okay.
who actually want to talk to her.
No, it brings back the
All I'm
it
trying
brings
to do is
wait,
get her daughter to get with that white boy.
No,
it,
gosh.
No.
Get with that
Stop
white
trying to
boy.
aggravate. Stop trying to aggravate her, Leon. Stop trying to aggravate her.
it's bringing out the boy back in line. Back.
Say, Leon, you are mean. He's aggravating you. Anybody else? Closing thoughts.
May, think about it. Think about it. Combing through that hair without catching so many naps is just you just run the comb
Yeah,
through it and braid her hair,
you're
May.
trying to make her into trying to make her into crystalline Karazin. That's what you're trying to do. Anybody, who else got closing thoughts before we
I
get
do.
out of
I
here?
do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, with regard to being pro, like me, right? I'm
Hmm.
pro black because so I was never indoctrinated to be pro black, right? I am pro
Hmm.
black just because my awareness and
Hmm.
my masculinity has
Hmm.
caused me to come to this conclusion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it wasn't so when May asked what's the difference, black women aren't don't typically have the ingredients in life to make them pro black. So when I was saying that they're limited, they don't they come through it through an indoctrination, and usually the indoctrination they get is why I mentioned BLM. The indoctrination they get comes through black feminism, and black feminism we know comes from white racist
White
white
women.
women.
White women. Yeah.
You know, so that becomes the limiting factor. So without having to name names, just understand that your feminism is more an indoctrination based, and
Hmm.
black men's
It's re-
black
comes from the environment itself. Yeah.
comes from, yeah, it comes, ours comes more naturally, and
Hmm.
because of that we have more of an awareness of what it means to be black and white than black women do.
Yeah,
And
because
so
we have no
yeah.
choice. We have no choice.
Yes.
We know we black when we step in outside and the police car rolls by. Oh, you black? Okay.
Right. But unfortunately,
When your heart
BGS,
pounds.
Hmm.
the reason that black women don't recognize that is because they're always in competition with us. They are in competition with our blackness, so they never are shut up long enough for us to fill the gaps in there for them.
You were never supposed to run anything. Okay. And black women, white women, and black women and white men don't want you to run shit. Okay. They're all in cahoots with the same shit. That's why they don't like the black manosphere because we're not in the same cahoots. Okay.
They
We
have a
reject that shit.
union. They all
Yeah,
have a union
they have a
together.
union. Yeah, they all have a unity together by doing this shit. Anybody else want to jump in before we go?
I always appreciate your panels. I jumped on to originally attack this whole thing that not talking about what the women are doing is somehow going to make them less effective at taking down the family and all this stuff. Like it always comes off as silly because a lot of the stuff you talk about with the matriarchy and all this, and I'll say the same thing is that when I
Mm.
bring this stuff back in my marriage, and it helps my wife a lot
Okay.
being able to see, how they're moving, like being able to acknowledge,
Yeah.
well, your particular matriarch is trying to delegate assignment and
Yeah.
take and
Yeah.
all that.
You're borging a bit, so repeat what you just
Yeah,
said.
yeah. I'm just going
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad.
to
Yeah, he's breaking up bad.
Yeah, he dropped off. Anybody else? Last thoughts? So we can get out of here.
I would I would say about the when we talk about the earlier part of the stream, not this one, but the other one about Sadia Khan
Okay,
and
what about her?
intelligence. Yeah, like I said before, yeah, I kept it at that. But yeah,
If you read the Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, you'll understand Sadia Khan.
yeah. And you know what's the word you call you use it like the what do you call it? It start with a C. She's a special type of side chick.
She's what called a courtesan, right?
Of course, yeah.
Courtesan job is to actually give advice about mating and dating and relationships inside the court, inside the royal court. That's her job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she been running this now for 6 years because she said out of seven since 2019 she started pick up. That's why she ain't pursuing.
She's trying to cosplay because she wants to make money. So she has to appeal to people of lower classes. Okay, which is where she's starting to run into trouble.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the stuff they have to give to lower to people that are not of that ilk is different. Okay, so a lot of shit that she says is not going to work. Okay,
but she'll recover from this. I mean, not all lost, But
and hopefully she's made her money already.
Well, let me say this. She may not recover because she's kind of following the trad wife trend, because the trad wives are kind of giving some of the not they're not giving the same information, but they're kind of in that same lane. But a lot of those trad
The the
wives
the,
are
the
are
trad
are are
the trad wives are not in the same lane because they don't have to accept the same shit. Okay, because the trad
well,
wife is not going to accept their husband cheating. Okay, Whereas at that ilk, you're gonna have your rich husband is gonna have a mistress. You have to
Right,
accept that.
right. But I guess well let me say this. Even with the trad wives, a lot of them
Hmm.
are turning out to be frauds too, basically. And so men are kind of are becoming more and more skeptical of women in general.
Hmm.
Being
Mhm.
being these talk these relationships to them.
Yeah, well, and they should. The thing is, you have. The thing is, that's called blue pill conditioning. Okay, women are not what you're taught that they are. Okay, and neither are men. But they have to do it to get people together. The thing is, when you find out that the women are not what you've been told they were, what do you do with them? You have to accept them for what they are and put them in that position. Actually, put them in that position. Okay, what do you want out of them? What you gonna get out of them? How you gonna negotiate?
Retrain them.
And not even retrain them, but basically limit them. Right? Okay.
Oh,
Like my six rules about take care of me, take care of my kids, take care of my house. Right? And don't disrespect me. Right? If you cheat, don't come home with attitude, diseases, or babies, okay? And don't let me fucking find out about that you've been cheating, okay? You do that, we
Mhm.
good. We good, okay? I know you're gonna cheat, but respect me.
mm,
Keep it quiet.
Keep it.
Yeah.
And most guys that have a side chick that's married, right, are not gonna come to you in your face and tell you about what they're doing, right? If she don't slip, he gonna try his best not to let you know about it, okay?
don't
Hmm.
embarrass her.
Don't embarrass me. And most chicks that slip up is because they don't give a shit no more. Okay, they don't respect you no more.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Mm,
That's fact.
Even most guys that cheat, most guys that get caught cheating 9 times out of 10, they don't want to be with a chick no more. So they kind of start slipping because they want the woman has to break up with him.
And think about BJ's. They said
Mm.
it's more of a clean breakup when she breaks up with you. If you break up, it's gonna go make her crazy.
If you break up with her, she's
Hmm.
always gonna figure I can get him back. Okay, so it's gonna take a lot longer to actually break up. If you know, and sometimes it never. Sometimes it takes shit takes years. Okay, but if she breaks up with you, it's a clean break. Okay, because you want to leave anyway. Okay, and she never wants to see you again, which is good with you. That's why.
Hmm. Yeah, men must learn to not only accept rejection, but they accept the clean break.
The thing is, most people are not going to be raised black pill or even red pill. Okay, so the thing is, how do you get uh, people out of that mindset? Because most guys will not want to get married underneath those conditions. Okay, they
Hmm.
won't. Why should I take a bad deal? You have to be socialized into taking a bad deal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
and the deal has gotten so bad, even men don't want that shit no more. It's come,
brother.
most guys don't even want sex from these broads no more. Okay,
And that's bad. I was saying, I want
it is what it. Men adapt a lot faster than women do.
What'd
Mhm.
you
And
say about what was that statistic you gave? Guys under 30,
Under 30, have not had sex or had a girlfriend. The
Mhm.
virgins.
and was it
60,
been on
you
and
know
been on a date?
or never been on dates. 60% of guys 30 and under. Okay.
and this brings me to the point to where so women you have these women who are upset over Travis Kelsey and
Hmm.
and the Nicola chick.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like you're saying, don't cheat. I mean, if you cheat, don't let me know. So unfortunately, the it's all that what white black women have always gone with white men. The
Hmm.
problem now is that black women don't give a fuck anymore. So they're putting themselves out there, making themselves look like fools, chasing these white men where they didn't do that before.
Yes, they go back and look at Jet in the 40s about white men and black women. Okay, this shit it's not
Mm.
new. It's not new. Ain't shit ain't new.
Well,
And that
I'm
was
talking about making us look like fools. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
no, no. What I'm saying, they were doing that shit back in the 40s. Okay, it's not new.
Daughters of the trade.
No, no, no. Go back and look at
Mm-mm.
Jet magazine. In fact, if I can find, I'll pull it up for you. Okay,
yeah, please do.
about black women and white men. Okay, they put them out front and bragged about their white men back then. Okay, it's not new.
Yep. Yep.
Really?
And,
Yes.
and here's one thing, BJ. They always talk about the one with the Asian and the black man from that was serving the military. They put on
Oh,
jail.
the Korean, the
But no,
Korean
but no one
women,
talk about. Cause now this is a new element you brought to the table, but they had images even before that.
and the thing is, the language has not changed in over 100 years. Okay, they're saying the same shit now they said back then. It has not changed.
Hey,
Okay.
BGS,
Yeah. Yeah.
BGS.
Yeah.
Why isn't the older generation of black? Why did they didn't? Why they acted as if none of that shit was going on though, bro?
It's because they need to lie to you.
Wow.
Okay, they need to lie to you niggas to get you guys on board to actually support them. That's why.
Yeah. Remember,
Otherwise, if they told you that they love white men and you weren't worthy, you wouldn't marry them or have kids with them. That'll lie to you.
and think about deep BGS. It gives a possibility by keep feeling on the fence that once they do get the white man, which they don't, they need the backup plan. You are the backup plan.
If white men,
What backup plan? I'm talking, please.
if white men accepted black women in the numbers, same numbers as white black men do, they'd leave in a heartbeat. They wouldn't be with us.
Exactly.
The ghetto would be empty.
The ghetto would be empty. Or the ghetto would be something that looks
All
completely different.
brothers.
No, it'd be mixed. Okay.
It'll be mixed. It'll be mixed completely.
Because the men automatically go with whoever woman would actually take them. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
There's more than enough white women to actually take up these black men. Okay. You don't talk about even now. You don't talk about 6 or 7 million black
This is
men.
a different story when you're saying that over generations, black men have always known that these women have been making them look like fools, bro.
Okay. Ian. Okay. Where did this term redhead stepchild come from?
Mm.
Right? I don't know exactly. But
In other words, she had sex and had a baby by a white man and brought him to you to raise. That's
And
where it
put them
came
on
from.
you, the first stepdaddy.
Yeah, and he'd be pissed, but he had to raise that white man's baby. Okay,
Hmm?
that's where it came from. It's
why
not
didn't they?
new.
Why didn't they tell us though, bro? Why didn't they tell us, bro? Watch out.
Come
Because
on,
the,
man.
cause the, cause the game is to be sold and not told.
Okay, Ian, you're a black man, right? If the majority of black women told you they didn't like black men, they preferred white men, what would you do?
I'd
What
be
would you
like,
do?
fuck it. I wouldn't.
You be peace out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing is, majority of white men are not gonna marry black women. So now what do? They lie to you, right?
My mama said it best. What's the most powerful law in America?
What's
The
that?
the unspoken law.
I mean, it's called survival. They're gonna lie to you about this shit. They're gonna keep their lust for white men secret
The
because
par-
I'm
the
talking
party
about our
line.
fathers. I'm talking about our fathers and our grandfathers lying
they,
to us.
the thing is, the thing is, they want you to be happy. They'll keep that shit secret. Okay,
Hmm.
Because they couldn't change it.
they couldn't change it. Okay, they can't change that. Okay, I know too many. I know too many men that raise kids of other races
Other
or
groups of men.
other from
It's
other men.
it's a
Okay,
pain. It's a
Your
pain.
mama
It's a
tell your sister to go get white men. No, hell no. Oh my God.
it's a
it's because most white men will use that woman and cast her to the side, and then
throw away.
you throw her away,
It's
and they know it.
it's a pain point. Who publicizes pain points? Nobody.
Yeah. And no black mother's gonna tell their black daughter to go get a white man because she knows most white men don't want black women. That's a recipe for disaster. You would not send your daughter or any daughter into
Yeah.
that into that lion's den like that to be devoured.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And
they know it.
Serena Williams fucked around and found out.
I
Not
mean,
really.
the thing is, the only reason Serena Williams actually married that white boy is because she was already pregnant by him.
Hmm
That's the reason.
Look at
Because
Venus. She didn't marry white men.
she because that's who they're around.
That's
Okay.
what they are. Yeah.
And,
So
and
they,
anyway,
yeah,
it's
guys.
time to get out of here. All right, good people.
Yeah.
Peace.
And
May,
one thing I was
may hush. Okay, we already debunked everything that you said. Hush up, girl.
white. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hush up, woman. We already debunked everything you said. Go ask your females. Okay, don't believe us.
Yeah, and we do, mate. Tag me on it. I'll watch it if you do that stream.
If she publishes it, she might not publish that shit. Okay.
Well, Red
May,
Public,
I wouldn't. She probably won't put that shit up. She probably embarrass her, saying, "No, I can't put this out." Just like cut that stream short with her daughter. and cut that stream short. Oh shit, cut that chick off, okay?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Cut that chick off. I can't say it that
That's-
way. Yeah, it's funny. I had to
Mago.
find that clip. Okay.
Now, I
Mago.
got a clip. You
Mago.
want me to say it right now? You want me to
Yes,
say it?
send it to me. Yeah,
No, no, no,
I'll put
no.
it up as a short. That's funny as hell. Anyhow, y'all, let me get out of here. We're headed over to Arts. So y'all,
Yeah.
peace out.
Yeah, I ask my question off there next time.
What's Art talking about?
I have no clue. I'm here with you guys. I have no clue. So, but anyway,
Good night. Good night.
What can I say? Mamba out.
Música Denis Schipper.